Hello, welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you already watched part one of Rahu in the first house. Now, I originally intended to have just one video for Rahu through the houses, and I bit off more than I could chew. Turns out Rahu needs like a video or maybe 4 videos per house. So we'll see how it happens. We'll see how it works. But I'm going to hop right in. So earlier we just did Rahu in the first house with an Aries ascendant. Hi, Markers. Thank you for being here. And with a Taurus ascendant and a Gemini ascendant, which is rising signs. Those could also be moons with Rahu in the first house. So anyways, we just went through those. So if you want to check out what's going on with those signs, you're welcome to go ahead and watch part 1. But in part 2, I'm going to try to get through some more ascendants and risings with Rahu in the first house. So I'm kind of excited. We just ended off with Gemini and realized Gemini really, has a lot to do with money, finances, career, being popular, having a lot of gains. Now, keep in mind, it's malefic. So there are some times when having a Gemini ascendant or, rising sign, you guys may actually not have a lot of money. But it doesn't mean you get to live like you do. And there's kind of a difference. And I know that doesn't make sense, but the only example I can give as I end off on Gemini, because I had to rush off earlier, was you guys might be able to live off your parents. You might be able to have parents pay and provide for a home for you or a car for you. You might have a spouse provide for you. So you may not feel like you're balling out of control and you're rich and famous, but you may be taken care of more than other people are taken care of. You may be an only child. Or you may be like the youngest, the baby, the spoiled child. So it really just depends on that Gemini ascendant. But I wanted to leave on that note and just say, Gemini with Rahu in the first house is pretty good. And the only malefics that you guys are going to have is overthinking and over worrying. You're going to constantly try to practice to be meditative and calm and spiritual, but it's probably going to be difficult for you, for sure, for sure. In fact, I'm not going to beat around the bush and say probably. It is. It's going to be hard for you to be a spiritually minded person. It's going to be hard for you to put yourself in other people's shoes, period. But you're going to try. You're going to try your damnedest, and by God, if you don't succeed, you will succeed after that certain age. All right, so I wanted to continue down the list, and now I want to go into a Cancer, ascendant, or rising sign. So Cancer, ascendant, or rising with Rahu in the first house. What is this going to bring you? Rahu does not like being in Cancer. Oh, and my candle just blew out, darn it. Rahu's like, you know what? Get me the hell out of Cancer. I'm not about feelings. I'm not about family and emotions. I'm about business. I'm about money, fame. I'm about riches. I don't like frugal energy. So when it's in the sign of Cancer, Rahu's like, why did you assign me to this sign? It's kind of like getting assigned in a high school class with the kid across the room that you despise. And you would have rather been with anybody else in the room but that person. And then the science teacher says, yeah, you have to do your experiment with so-and-so. With Jack in the corner. And you're going to have to like it. Rahu's like, damn it, okay. Rahu's going to try to overpower Cancer. A Cancer ascendant or rising is going to be emotional. They're going to be all about family, all about marriage and connections. They're going to be overly obsessive about family, about children, about their house. They're the kind of people that are like, get off my yard. They may even be a little grumpy. a little grouchy, all right? You have the High Priestess here. So secrets, this is mine. There's a lot of this is mine energy with Rahu and Cancer in the first. Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to watch TV with someone.
Okay, well, I'm not watching TV. I'm going to finish working and then I will.
Well, I need to make someone else do that.
So go ask Danny or Mariah or somebody else.
What is Mona doing?
Her hair in the bathroom, or she's playing Fortnite.
I think I'm going to see if she's playing Fortnite.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay.
Okay. So anyways, like I was saying, Rahu with Cancer, it's going to be a lot of greediness. This is my house. Watch where you sit. This is my bed. Hey, respect it. This is my family. You know, a little jealousy, probably very jealous person with Rahu in Cancer in the first house. Someone that's really protective over their stuff, their car, their clothes, their house. Someone that likes to be home probably a lot, okay? Maybe even excessively. This person likes to have people over, but doesn't like to go out a whole lot, especially with that High Priestess. This person may very well get into magic with Rahu and Cancer in the first. A lot of spiritual practices. This person may very well have a home business where it concerns spirituality at home. This person's going to be pretty wise in esoteric and occult practices, mysticism, things like that. Rahu's going to give this person a very big interest. In forcing people that are around them to do what they want. This person may even practice the dark magic. I say this because Capricorn is in the 7th house with Ketu. And that's a lot of control. And Rahu wants to control what Ketu doesn't. So Rahu's taking care of himself in the first. But he's looking at Capricorn in the 7th and saying, hey, I want to dominate. And Ketu's like, nah, we don't need to dominate. Let it go. Who cares? Let them do what they want. But you have this obsession to say, no, I want to dominate this. You're going to want to control some pretty powerful people. There's going to be a lot of secrets, fetishes, secret financial endeavors, secret financial savings, things like that. There's a lot of secret libraries as well. I would think a Cancer with Rahu in the first might even have a secret library where they have special books, special things that they have under their bed or behind the bookshelf or in a special drawer, something like that. A lot of secrets. This person will also probably carry secrets to their grave. This person is probably going to find a relationship in a workplace and really want to work with that person at home. That person may give them a problem and not want to work with them at home, may want to work out. It's kind of like somebody wants to start an online business and the other person wants to work out of the house. So there'll be a lot of clashing for sure. The difficulties in that relationship are going to be monumental. I also feel when it comes to children, this person will have a lack of control over their children. But they're going to try really hard to maintain them and tell them what to do and when to do it. But their children may while out. Their children may go their own path and find themselves at a great distance from the mother. And find a reason to work away from home or find a reason to work out of state somewhere far. So that's probably going to come up a lot. So yeah, distance between family, we always, you know, we're always going to have that with a Rahu in the first, distance from relationships. But this one's going to hurt the most and be the most malefic for the sign of Cancer. Because more than anything, Cancer wants to be tight family, have a tight marriage, have a comfortable, steady home. And they're constantly going to get pulled away for work. They're constantly going to have ups and downs in relationships and family. And that's probably going to drive this Cancer ascendant or Cancer rising crazy. So this is where I think they might seek some control. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into, do you guys have any questions about that? I feel like I went really fast. Does anybody know a Cancer ascendant with a Rahu? I know it's super detailed, but does anybody? Don't forget a Cancer ascendant. I forgot to mention, that reminds me. They're going to be super emotional. Like really, really moody, really, really emotional. Your son's dad is? Okay, and he's got the Rahu with Cancer. Yeah, so the Rahu Cancer be overly emotional. This is going to be the kind of person that cries at the drop of a hat and can get angry and fly off the handle. This person can be a lot of every emotion, like a lot of every single emotion. They're going to be overdoing it in all your arguments, overdoing it in all your emotional experiences. They're just going to be an extremely emotional tidal wave. You know, if they're romantic, they're going to be overly romantic, like out of this world, which is great. It's great. But when they're really mad at you, it's out of the, it's off the chain. Cancer Rahu mad at you might just completely lose it, burn the house down. Like it could maybe go there. That's the kind of person that's, you know, if you're not with me, you're not going to be with anybody. That's the Cancer and Rahu, very malefic. Don't think you're going to walk out of this relationship without my okay. So a lot of problems seen there. Obsession, jealousy. I don't know. I guess that's it. I guess I'll move on. Let's jump into the Leo ascendant or Leo rising with Rahu in the first house. I'll just try to get through as many as I can here, but that was pretty quick. That was nowhere near the 80 minutes it was earlier today with one sign. That was ridiculous. I guess it was just the introduction of Rahu in the first that made it different. Okay. So what's going to be different about a Leo ascendant, Leo rising in the first with Rahu sitting there? A lot of money definitely seen here. A lot of financial success, popularity and fame and fortune could be seen. Don't forget, Leo is the one on stage. Okay. Leo is the one that has to be the center of everyone's attention. And with Rahu and Leo, that's like, hey, did you notice me? Did you see that? Did you see what I did? They always want to be the best. They always want to have the most. And they probably will get it. They probably will get that popularity or fame that they're seeking. Their personality is going to blow themselves up out of control. They're going to be very good looking and very charming, very charismatic. All those charismatic people that you really love and adore, you're going to see a lot of Leo Rahu with them. But with the first house, it's more so look at me, look at me. It's all about me. So there's a lot of ego with Rahu and Leo in the first house. Because it's looking at Aquarius, which is kind of being fair, getting along with everyone, being popular, making friends, being in the limelight, traveling. I mean, that's totally fame and fortune and glitz and glamour. Lots of networking and communications. A lot of science is seen there, you know, with other people. So You're going to know some pretty important people. But a lot of those people aren't going to want anything to do with you. It's kind of like they're going to shun you, push you away, tell you you're not that important. That's the Ketu and the Aquarius. You guys ever, you know Joey from Friends? How you doing? You know, that's over the top Leo. Is that not annoying? And I don't care how supposedly cute Joey was. In my book, Joey was never really that cute. That's just my opinion. I never thought Joey was cute. His eyes were not, you know. He didn't have that charm and charisma. You know, he just didn't have it for me. That's just me personally. But a lot of people thought, for some reason, Joey was really cute. Maybe it was his attitude that turned me off, you know. And it was that whole Leo, Rahu, first house. That's the kind of character that I'm talking about here. It's, I'm doing a movie. I'm doing a show. I'm remembering my lines. I have a commercial, you know, hitting on people a lot. How you doing? You know, overly flirtatious. And that's a real turnoff to a lot of people. Some people, I guess, like it, but not often. So anyways, Leo with the Rahu may very well come into marriages. But their marriages are going to turn into friendships. Because whoever their intimate partner is, they're going to say, I love you, I was in love with you, but the more I got to know you, the more I realized maybe we're just better off friends. Because remember, the house of Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius, has a lot to do with friendships. So the relationship can very much be friends. And you guys might dwindle down from a fiery, passionate relationship to a friendly marriage. To, hey, I want to call you and tell you what happened to my job today. Hey, I want to, you know, just like friends, just like Joey, I want to tell you about my experience. So there's a lot of communication, a lot of friendship, but you know, Leo ascendant with Rahu in the first is kind of like, I really want that attention from my partner. I hope that partner that I'm with chooses to focus on me and, you know, chooses to want to be with me. But they will at first, but probably not all the time. That can definitely be seen. A very strange Leo also. What's another strange kind of Leo I could think of? Johnny Depp. There's a good example. He kind of reminds me of, I know he always tosses in between Scorpio and Leo for me, but today in this analogy, I'm going to use Johnny Depp as a Leo. Rahu and the ascendant, first house, whether that's his moon or rising. And, you know, he has a commanding presence in a room. It's not necessarily that Johnny Depp asks for that kind of attention. He just gets it. And Rahu makes sure you just get things. Whether you're asking for them or not, he just brings them to you. So Johnny Depp gets that kind of good-looking, sexy, hot guy attention, even when he absolutely doesn't try. Kind of like Keanu Reeves, too. He doesn't try, but they get it. They get that attention because they're that mysterious kind of person. The weirdness means they dress different. They talk different. They act different. They wear their hair different. When every other Leo has a certain style, they're pushing the envelope. They've got some other different style. Like Johnny Depp was really rocking that mustache for a long time. Nobody else was rocking the mustache. But Johnny Depp was like, you know what? I'm going to rock the mustache because that's my thing. And, you know, a lot of the ladies loved it. He looked good doing it. It was also not super popular at the time when Johnny was really rising to fame. Don't forget the rising. The first house is all about rising to fame, how people see you. He dressed very differently. Almost bohemian, kind of emo-ish. I don't know how to explain it. Just dark, you know. And he did have a lot of that dark black eyeliner. It was really the Pirates of the Caribbean thing, but he did it even outside of Pirates of the Caribbean. He continued to wear black eyeliner. Again, looking super Johnny Depp, looking super him, but very different from the crowd. And just very different from what other people... Quiet! Very different from what other people thought were good looking. But he rocked it. He pulled it off. Because Rahu's going to make sure you can pull off the look. Let's think of a girl. Okay, Angelina Jolie. She would be like a Rahu in Leo, first house ascendant, or moon, okay? Which is the rising or ascendant. Anyways, first house. She had that long hair. She wore t-shirts. She wore a lot of black. She didn't go around in dresses and high heels. Yes, God, she had the legs for heels. She didn't wear them. She wore, what was it, combat boots? A lot of combat boots. A lot of sandals. She wanted to be different. Even with her kids. That Rahu Leo energy or Rahu 5th house kind of vibe. I think she does have Rahu in the 5th. I don't know if the 5th is her Leo, but she has Rahu in the 5th, which is ironic because I'm talking about Rahu with Leo, ascendant moon, but it still kind of has the same vibe. But her kids, because the Leo energy always has karma with kids. And yeah, Vedic astrology, of course. She has very strange family, doesn't she? She has adopted kids. She has twins. She has another child. She has a couple adopted children now that I think of it. All from different countries. That's kind of the strangeness of Rahu, always having strange, and we'll get into that in the 5th later. I kind of get a little spoiler alert for the 5th house with Rahu. Strange family ties, strange children, strange ways to have children, strange pregnancies, strange ages at having kids with different kinds of people, you know, IVF or, you know, multiple kids' fathers, multiple kids' mothers kinds of things. That's that Rahu Leo energy. But it's also being good looking, having a lot of style, but being different. Your style is different than other people. You don't go with the current. You don't go with the norm. Always breaking those barriers, always being the rebel. And that's all Rahu, you know, that's how Rahu is, the rebel. The demon, the malefic planet. So anyways, Rahu with Leo could lead to a lot of riches, a lot of wealth. It must be that Magha Nakshatra link for a lot of people. Destined for gold, destined for riches, just destined. You don't even have to try. Basically, people are very lucky with that Leo-Rahu mixture. But in the first, it's going to be more about you than it is anything else. So don't get confused with Rahu in Leo in any house, because that's not what we're discussing. We're not discussing Rahu in the sign of Leo in any of the 12 houses. That's not what this video is about. This video just goes into Rahu in the first. Different ascendants. Ascendants can be the moon sign in Vedic astrology or the rising, because those are two very important charts to stare at. Even the 9th divisional chart, which is the Navamsha. You might want to check your rising there, you know, later in life. So this is all about Vedic astrology. It's all about the first house, period. We haven't even gotten into the other houses. We're just doing signs through the first house with Rahu. So, you know, again, this first house Leo person, it is more about you than anything else, period. A lot of your relationships are going to be friends, and you're probably going to have a lot of friends. So if you've ever met a Rahu Leo, okay, ascendant or moon, you know, the first house person, chances are they have a whole phone full of addresses and phone numbers of all kinds of different acquaintances and friends. They're going to get a lot of invites. They're never going to be really, really close to those people, but they're going to be in a lot of communication. When it comes to marriages, again, like I said, It doesn't matter what sign you're in. When you have Rahu in the 1st and Ketu in the 7th, relationships are going to suck. It just comes along with the territory. Maybe when you're older, you're going to be able to hang on to a relationship better, but it's still going to be difficult to hang on to a relationship. Ketu is basically hanging on, and your palms are getting sweaty, and you're hanging on to a ledge. You know, your fingers are slipping, your fingers are slipping. Eventually, you're going to give out on that ledge. And for me, I really believe that Ketu in the 7th is your fingers are going to give out. You're going to lose give. You're not going to be able to hang on to that like you want. So get used to letting go. Get used to letting go of your relationships. It's going to happen. It doesn't matter if you're an Aries ascendant or a Leo. Okay, it doesn't matter who you are. You're going to go through that. And there's no difference there for Leo. The only difference with a Leo ascendant is more money, more fame, more popularity, more friends, more money. That may be able to soften the fall. You know, I just saw a video with Jim Carrey. You guys know I like Jim Carrey. And he had a saying on there, and it said, life is full of fear. You're not going to escape that. There's fear around every corner. But you do have the ability to say how you're going to let that fear affect you. It was something along the lines of that. So if Rahu is fear, if Rahu is malefic energy, which he is, and Rahu is obstacles and challenges, oddities, rebellion, breaker of traditions, the rebel. I guess I already said that. And he's full of fear. Just know that at some point, and hopefully after the age of 36, it's not going to be on your birthday, the clock strikes 12, ding, and you're 36 and it goes away and it's so easy. No, it just gets easier. Easier. You've learned a lot more in your experiences through life. Your energy at 36 and above is going to be very different than your energy at 26 and below. Okay, 26 or less. Your energies are going to be very, very different. It's life and experience, it's karmas, it's lessons, it's intelligence, it's all of that. So anyways, don't let Rahu scare the crap out of you. If you know that you're going to have this karma in the 1st house, know that you're supposed to experience it. This is your shadow side. Literally, Rahu is your shadow. Literally, Ketu is your shadow. Your habits, your routines, your obsessions, your addictions. Ketu's your past life. Rahu's your present and future. It represents what you're supposed to do. So don't let fear take you away from these experiences. You must go through them. But you have a say on how much it's going to be bad or good. You can make it better or you can make it worse. It really just depends on how you want to deal with the situation. So anyways, I'm gonna end Leo on that note. I think I did Leo justice. You guys are gonna have more money, more fame, more popularity, marriages that turn into friendships, most likely. You're gonna have a lot of people at your house. It looks like there's gonna be a lot of parties, gatherings, or invites. You're going to usually have a large home. Your home is usually going to be a little bit of a distance from town. If you live in LA, you're not living in Beverly Hills. You're living up in the Hollywood Hills or up somewhere far, you know, where people have to drive and you're kind of a little bit more isolated. You're not directly in the city, you know. If you're not living, you know, in famous areas like that, you might live further in the mountains. Still close by a town, still close by a little city, but you may be 30, 40 minutes away from those areas because Aquarius is long distance travel, distance. So when you have a Leo ascendant, you definitely think that yeah, the distance between you and people, it's quite a little bit of a distance there. They're going to have to travel to get to you. You know, that's just what's going to happen. You know, the only positives that I can focus on is that you're going to have the financials to be able to make yourself happy, dress how you like, have what you want, have the kind of home you want. You know, just like Rahu and Cancer, you might be super, super emotional, but you're still going to be able to have the home you want. You know, you may not be able to control everybody in it and what's going on, but you'll most likely still have the home you want. See, Rahu still wants to give to you what you want. Each time you have an ascendant, that's the life purpose. The reason you were born, the energy that you embody about what you're supposed to do, all has to do with the ascendant, the first house. That's the reason you're here. You have to figure out why. What is that? What is the reason I'm here? Why am I here, Aries? To lead, to take charge, to care for self, to win, to be competitive, to be determined, to have drive. Why are you here, Taurus? To gain, to earn, to achieve, to obtain materialistic things, to obtain money, to obtain the energy to provide for others to a very great extent with Rahu. Why are you here, Gemini? To communicate, to be a friend, to cultivate, to create business, to create networks, to manage people, manage conversations, manage publicity. Why are you here, Cancer? To have a home, to have a family. I'm here to create a family, to create a bond, to create a comfortable, safe environment. That's what you're here for. To create a homestead for people to be safe, loved, protected, cared for. What are you here for, Leo? I'm here to shine. I'm here to light up the world. I'm here to be the sun. I'm here to be popular. I'm here to have friends. I'm here to inspire. I'm here to create. I'm here to be creative and show off my art and show off my ideas. I'm here to be on stage, and whatever gifts I have, whatever talents I have, I'm meant to present it to others for entertainment, to amuse the family, to amuse people, to take their minds off of serious matters. Okay? I'm here to make those friendships, connections, and networks. You know? What are you here for, Virgo? Let's go into Virgo. I'm here to support. I'm here to be a friend. I'm here to be that person you can count on. The friends you need when you have to move somewhere. The person you call when you need a ride. The person that shows up every day without fail. The person that's dependable, loyal, and you can count on them. I'm here to be the person that does the hard work, that can put in those long hours and take care of the details. As you throw ideas at me, I'm going to manifest them into reality and put them on paper or make it realistic for you. You give me your ideas, Pisces, and I will provide the evidence that it is possible. So Virgos are doers. So if you are a Virgo ascendant, Virgo rising, you are here to provide that proof. You are here to work hard and present ideas into reality. You are here to do the work. Hard workers. And not necessarily that it's physically exhausting, but that you put in hours. You just put in the hours. You put in the time, energy, and effort. Depletion, that's your 1-7. Pisces, letting go, depleting. You put in your energy to other people, period. Pisces is your 7th house. That's other people. That's Ketu. You exhaust yourself. Settle. By the way, somebody had a comment. Jessica Bonbon, I know Virgo hard workers, no joke, on point. Yeah, the yelling and the hoot and hollering like it's we're at a basketball party. No.
Sorry.
Okay. Shower before we go. And shave. Get it done.
The
Go on.
world insults me now.
Go on. Get it done and be quiet. Right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Close the door. Really? Sorry, guys. Yeah, so you said yes, Virgo's hard workers, no joke. Well, yeah, and it's especially true more than it is any other day when you have a Virgo in the ascendant or the rising. Because, you know, if I'm losing you guys on the word ascendant, I'm trying to shorten the explanation for myself. In Vedic astrology, you could have a moon in the first house, which there's a specific chart for the moon chart, which is one of the most important. It could be your Navamsha, which is your D9, your marital chart. So there could be a certain sign in the first house in the Navamsha. Okay. And then in the birth chart, there's going to be an ascendant rising sign, which is usually just the rising in the birth. The birth is only rising, not moon, not anything else, not Navamsha. So they are different. So I'm just trying to say, it doesn't matter where your first house is in this Vedic astrology. We're talking about the signs in the first house. With Rahu, which makes it a little bit more difficult and malefic. If I was giving you examples about just zodiac signs in the first house, it would be a little bit more upbeat, a little bit nicer, a little bit happy, a little bit more joyful. There wouldn't be a lot of malefic energy involved with that person. But since we're going right now through Rahu, through the houses, Rahu in the first, within the signs I'm mentioning, you're going to have a dash of malefic, toxic, scary, dark, shadow energy. Just happens. And it always affects that person because the first house represents that person. It doesn't represent their husband or their wife. It doesn't represent their kids, and it doesn't represent their other relationships. The first house represents them, period. There's no flip-flopping on that energy, period. That's why we're going through the signs through the first house with Rahu. So anyways, Virgo. You will be working hard, hard, hard for your partners. Okay? You were born to just work like a slave, like a workhorse for them. To serve them. Like a waiter, like a waitress, like a servant. You know, like a woman that's, how do you say it? Like a part of a harem for her king. And there's like 20 other girls in the harem. But her whole life is to service the king. You know, like the movie The King and I. That one girl, she wanted to fall in love with a boy that she fell in love with. But her purpose was to serve the king. Even though he had a bunch of wives and a bunch of other girls in the harem, he couldn't just let her go and have a happy life, which was just ridiculous. But whatever. Yeah, she probably, that kind of an energy of that girl in the movie The King and I, her life was in service of her partner, who she lost everything to. She lost the ability to get married and have her own home. She lost the ability to have her own children. You know, in that movie, you know, she didn't get any of that. She just stayed in a big castle with a bunch of other girls in a room. She had a bed, but morning to night, she had to get dressed, play the part, and serve. So a Virgo ascendant or rising may feel that pressure with Rahu. You really have to service your partner in ways you didn't think you would have had to. There could be a sexual situation there. It could be some kind of dominatrix kind of situation as well. You might feel like, and I mean, it could go on one shoe or the other, but I kind of feel like you would be dominated because the focus would be on you. So I kind of feel like you might have the pressure to be and act a certain way. Okay. for that person, and it's up to them how they say, how they dictate. I think it would be very secretive. You could be a part of a secret society or a secret order or a secret kind of club or a secret kind of situation. But you and your relationships would have an element of secrecy. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on with Virgo. Virgo, please show me what Virgo's learning in the ascendant rising position with Rahu. What is Virgo learning? Ascendant position with Rahu. Show me Virgo. Just show me Virgo. What do you got going on? The Chariot. Go, go, go. Move, move, move. How to move forward. How to keep going. You're going to have a lot of drive. A lot of determination at work. You ever met those people, again, like a workhorse? You ever met those people that never stop? It's like you'll sleep when you're dead. It's time to earn money. It's time to go to work. It's time to serve. It's time to provide. It's time to get up and shine and rise. Keep going. A Virgo ascendant person with Rahu in the first. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of pressure to keep pushing yourself to the limit. Push it to the limit. Dun, dun, dun. Na, 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 na. What was that, Rocky? Push it to the limit. That must have been Rocky. You know? Or the eye of the tiger. I got the eye of the tiger. Na, 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 na. I don't know. I'm harnessing Rocky. I'm harnessing Rocky for Virgo. And you know what? It fits fitting. Because Virgos inherently have a lot of boxing karma. Fighting karma. So with Rahu there, a Virgo ascendant or rising could have been a very good boxer, like putting their dukes up, like literally a boxer. That would be a Virgo Rahu trait, but it would be to the extent of big, 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 like famous, like Rocky. Someone that may have been one of the best boxers, you know? So yeah, there could be somebody that's like, hey, yeah, my dad, they had Rahu with Virgo in the ascendant. Damn, my dad was a good boxer in the Navy or a good boxer in the Army. Like that's what they wanted to do. That I wanted to be like my dad. Like, you know, I have that, you know, maybe you always had a drive or a determination. You wanted to be that, you know. It could also be like jujitsu or some other form of fighting, you know, karate, jujitsu, martial arts, things like that. There's also the energy of like being a bodyguard or security. Could also be seen there. Anything military, okay? So with Rahu in the first with Virgo, yeah, there could be a lot of military influence. Very, very much. Their mom's family may have been pretty prominent in that, possibly. I do feel like that person would have a serious determination or drive. You know, and when I'm thinking about military people, I'm thinking like G.I. Jane. People like that who push themselves and push their body to the max. You might see some very weird and odd, seriously fit people with a Rahu Virgo in the first. I'm talking the woman that looks like a man because she is so built. She's on TV. Because everyone knows her. She's like famous. She looks like a man, but she's got the face of a woman. She's an exquisite bodybuilder. She was that girl in the movie The Cell with Jennifer Lopez. And she was that creepy girl in a bathing suit that came and picked somebody up and carried them like a doll from one space to another. Crazy looking, strong woman. I don't even know. Just a crazy, strong looking woman. That would be like a Virgo, wow. Yeah, they could totally go there. So bodybuilders, you know, extremists, extreme health nuts, people that are extreme vegans. You can see it with Virgo in the ascendant with Rahu. You know, they overdo it. They, you know, think about, what's his name? Diving deep, infinite waters. What's his name? Ralph. What is his channel? Infinite Waters? That might be his channel. I don't remember exactly. But Ralph is a straight vegan. He's got a beautiful smile. He's fit. He's healthy. He's a gorgeous man. And he's a straight vegan. Okay? Breathing in that good-ass prana, baby. That's Ralph, right? Infinite Waters. Super fascinated by occults and mysticism. That would be a Virgo first house ascendant person. Because why? Pisces is 7th house. Relationships, other people. What is Ralph into? Everything mystic, everything spiritual, everything occult, everything hidden. Okay, and he shares it with the world. He works hard. He works every day. He dedicates himself to his channel. And he dedicates his life to what he preaches. He's probably got Saggy somewhere in there. He has to. Anyways, you go Ralph, but you have some strong Virgo vibes. I don't know if Ralph follows Vedic, but he's got some strong Virgo vibes. He's probably Libra in tropical. I wouldn't be surprised. He dresses very well. He has style, you know. There's always a story to tell with tropical and Vedic. There's always a story. But if you guys know Ralph, does that paint a picture of what I'm talking about? Bodybuilders, people like that, health nuts, health gurus, yoga masters, extreme vegans, things like that. Those people are going to have some strong Virgo influence, you know? With Rahu, it just makes it that much more weird, that much more out there, that much more, holy crap. If anyone can pull off their dedication like that, it's Virgo. Virgo's like, baby, I'll dedicate myself for my whole life to this cause, to this shit. I'll be a boxer from 20 years old to 90 years old. Or I'll be a vegan from 25 years old till I die. Nothing's going to change that. It's that kind of dedication. You know, I'll be your manager, you know, for bodybuilding or dietitian or whatever, from start to finish till the day I die. I'll work Saturdays, you know. So that's Virgo. Do you guys get that picture? Do you see how they're like a workhorse? They just dedicate themselves. They're confident. They go forward. They have drive, energy, and determination. They almost feel like their energy is never ending. If you have a Virgo, Rahu ascendant person, hate to get a little sexual here, but they would be because of Pisces and the 1-7. Their sexual drive would be insane. I mean, this person could probably go. Virgos can normally have a very good sex drive anyways. I should do a whole series on sex between the signs because there's a lot of cool info on there, but maybe I will. Maybe that's the next series. But just spoiler, yeah, they can have extreme sex drive. This person could probably go 6-8 hours, you know. They can have multiple orgasms and just keep going. You know, like the Energizer Bunny. Like, are you tired yet? Do I look tired, baby? No, I didn't think so. So that's these Virgos, and it's like sometimes they, just in general, even without Rahu and the ascendant, damn, if you meet a Virgo after work, they still want to work, honey. They're ready to put in another 5 hours. They can do overtime. Virgo will do some overtime, you know, and you're like, damn, aren't you tired? Like, no, this is what I do. A lot of the good professions that come from a Virgo, you know, is somebody that writes laws, a law writer, somebody that works writing laws, like judges, lawyers, judges and lawyers. You see how many books lawyers have to read? It's insane. You have to have extreme focus and a very sharp mind to be a lawyer. But Virgos have good Mercuries, usually, because Mercury rules them, you know? So they can do that shit where other people are like, oh, reading makes me tired, or I can't, you know, remember all these books. The library of a Virgo person is insane. So can I just step out for a moment, just real quick? I know, it's a lot of information. Fucking A, I hope you're taking notes. But Virgo, Rahu in the first, they have an insane library. Kind of like Cancer. They kind of have that vibe too. But they have an insane library. I mean, somehow they've got, wow. You open up their bedroom or their closet or their garage, they got a library, honey. All right. So anyways, smart, intelligent, yeah, well-written. If that's not even a word. Of course, Virgos are the editors. Okay. They're the ones that proofread and edit people's books. That's a Virgo vibe. Proofing and editing. They have a very good memory. Rahu makes sure they do. Now, remember what I said in part 1, guys. Rahu in the first house is going to give you confusion because Rahu represents confusion. There's going to be obsession. Okay? There's going to be greed. There's going to be never enough. A lot of intelligence. So even if you're in a good sign, you're still going to have that issue with self. So a Virgo with a Rahu in the first, they're going to be a little bit dazed and confused sometimes. Yeah, they're smart as a whip. Yeah, they have drive. Yeah, they're intelligent, but they may come off harsh. They may come off like a know-it-all, you know, a smart ass. Again, pushing people away because it's that 1-7. And Rahu's 7 is always Ketu, which is away, away, away. So, you know, there's always a something about someone with the Rahu in the first, no matter the sign. There's always a quirk or something about them that turns off their lovers. You know, it just happens. So for Virgo, there might be an obsession about vehicles. There might be an obsession about books. There might be an obsession about boxing. There might be an obsession about reading, you know, and overcorrecting people with their punctuality and punctuation and all that other freaking, you know, book writing shit, guys. And they may turn people off. And you're just like, God, you know, I can't do it. Can't be around this person for very long. Again, that's the karma of having Rahu in that first house. Very frustrating. Very frustrating for that ascendant. Very frustrating for that rising sign to always have to want to be in relationships and always see the struggle with their partner. And do you see how I go in detail, zodiac by zodiac through the first house, how there's always a weird, different struggle?
I love you.
I love you too. So there's always a weird struggle. I love you too, sweetie. Thank you.
Okay, hand over like you.
You're going to play right there with your Ghostbusters?
But I really want to play in the plants.
Okay, sweetheart.
Plant.
You're very cute.
What about this one?
That's fine.
Can I move all of this?
Mm-hmm.
And go with this.
Okay, so I think we're good on Virgo. Let's move on. Any other signs shared other than Virgo? Yeah, there's other ones. Okay, so we're moving on now into Libra. Libra in the first house with Rahu. Okay, Rahu and Gemini for you in the first. I had that in part 1, the very last sign I did, and a little bit in the beginning of this video, if you want to check that out. Okay. So, come on, Rahu, talk to me, boy. What's going on with Libra in the first with Rahu? What are we seeing? Respect my authority. Respect my authority. I gotta do some South Park. You missed mine? Oh, Transformation Queen. Yeah, you gotta go back and see the Gemini one, girl, if that's the one. Respect my authority. So, okay. A Libra Rahu in the ascendant, okay, which could be your moon, but it's your rising. This person may be in law. No joke. No bueno. This person may be really called to be a lawyer, to be a judge, to be a lobbyist, to be a politician. Remember, Rahu has a lot to do with politicians. When you get Rahu and Libra, there's a strong vibe of a politician in that kind of a charisma. And the way they are with other people is the turnoff because there's always a fight and a war and an argument and combat. So when you have Libra in the first, you're always combating with your lovers. So this person naturally would like to debate. Let's talk about the difficult topics. Let's debate religion. Yikes, but they will. They're going to debate religion. Let's debate laws. Let's debate justice. Ooh, here's a good one. Let's debate vaccines. Right? Let's debate all of that. So this is a really difficult place to be. And naturally, that's going to cause wars and fights between their 7th house people.
Look,
Just
I'm
is.
sinking in the actually mud.
That's nice. So you can imagine the kind of relationships that you're going to have with that Libra ascendant or moon. You're always going to be debating with your wife, with your husband, or with your coworkers, or with, you know, people you're in relationship with. And there's always going to be a picking a fight, picking an argument. Libra with Rahu is going to be fearful. So they're going to start the argument, but then they're going to want to back away. So it's like they kind of start the conversation, get everybody riled up, and then they want to settle them down. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's calm down. Have a drink. And they're looking at you like full of fire, like, I'm confused. You started this relationship. You started this argument. And now you want to back out of this argument? Yeah, it's been a long day. And the people are just shocked at this Libra Rahu. Like, okay, I'm very confused. This two-faced, this dual personality, this wearing masks. No. And it's just like 1 minute you're hot, 1 minute you're cold. 1 minute you're all in this argument and debate, and the next minute you want out. And you're always going to ask your Libra person, what do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want out of this conversation? So there's going to be a level of frustration. Aries, argumentative energy. And that's going to cause some strife and trouble in relationships and marriage. And that's why the Hierophant is there. But Libra with Rahu will say, hey, respect your vows. I don't want a divorce. I just expect you to stay married to me, even though you're not happy. Sorry, you made a vow. You better honor it. You know, and the person's like, do you think I'm going to stay married to someone like you for the rest of my life? And this person's like, yeah, because if you leave, I'm not giving you anything. And I'm keeping the kids. You know, you're going to end up paying me. So it's smarter for you if you just, like I said earlier, respect my authority. Bow down, respect, honor, you know, and we have that. This is also a cop caller. Have you ever met those people that are cop callers? We're having a fight. I'm calling 911. 911. Beep, 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 beep. Hello, can I have your emergency? What's your location? I'm in my house and my spouse is not listening to me. They are literally walking out of the house right now, driving off in their car. Ma'am, what is the status of your emergency? Is someone in danger? Well, they could be. They could take off speeding down the road and kill someone. Ma'am, do you see a threat? Do you see that happening right now? Did they speed off? Well, I don't know. They peeled off. And they're just like, ma'am, I don't think this is an emergency. I think you need to just chill, wait for your husband to come back home, or wait for your wife to come back home. Okay? So we have a lot of cop callers. You know, instead of just getting themselves out of a toxic situation, they really want to cause drama. And they always get the law involved. Hi, Texas Bill. Good evening. You know, so this is about getting the law and the authorities involved in the relationship. That is the karma you're going to have with Rahu, Libra. You know, first house, not anywhere in the whole chart, but specifically in the first house. A lot of the law is going to be involved in the relationship. Of course, there's going to be some divorces. We have Ketu in the 7th. Libra's karma is challenged just being born. Libra has a challenge being born, period, with relationships. But then you want to add Rahu and Ketu to the mix. I'm going to go ahead with a Stephanie stamp of approval. Stamp. It is done. There will be divorce. Period. That's just, you know, maybe I'm brazen. Maybe I'm too confident saying it, you know. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It is what it is. Yeah. There's absolutely going to be divorce for this Libra ascendant and Rahu. There just is. There just is. Period. It's going to happen once at least. For some people, it might happen 2, 3, 4, 5 times. They might be multi-married people, you know, but there's going to be some broken relationships. It is going to involve the law. It is going to involve cops, lawyers, all of that. There's also going to be some energy I hear about changing the name. So there's going to be a lot, not just because of marriage, but maybe because you don't want to carry your father's name, or you want to carry, you know, a whole different name. Maybe you want to change your name. So with this Rahu, Libra, Rahu's odd, weird, strange, eccentric, rebellious. There's going to be this, hey, I'm important. I legally want to do something about myself. You know, there may be the energy of, you know, picking the sex you want to be, changing your name. You know, I don't want to be called Sarah. I want to be called Peaches. You know, I'm just example. You know, that's my name, Peaches. No one calls me by the name of Sarah. No one knows my government name. They just know me as Peaches. You know, it's something like that. Like, again, respect my wishes. Respect what I want. You know, I no longer want to be called so-and-so. I never want to be identified as so-and-so. I am this. And so there's this stand for self. Again, causing an uproar with your friends, with your family, with your relationships. Because they don't like that. Aries. There's problems, there's drama, there's war, there's difficulty. All right? So anyways, I think I'm pretty good there on Libra. Yeah. Laws, rules, authority, you know, belief systems, religion may pop up. There may be some kind of a religious kind of situation that arises with that ascendant as well with Rahu. They could be extremely, you're talking too loud. There could be an ultra believer of a specific religion, like a very charismatic Christian or a very charismatic Islamist or a very charismatic Baptist or just a very charismatic person. Now, keep in mind, Rahu is malefic. This could be, with a Libra ascendant, somebody that believes in Black Lives Matter movement, and they fully fight for it. And they don't like white people. You know, maybe there's some kind of hate inside of them because of Rahu. They have a secret, you know, a fight for justice. And then look at the reverse side. There could be a Ku Klux Klan believer, extremist that is racist as well and dislikes anyone of color. And, you know, they could be like that, just respect and malefic with other people in the world. Am I painting a picture here of someone that has a belief and the rest of the other people don't agree? Am I painting a picture here how there could be problems arising for this person if they have a dangerous set of beliefs? What about someone who is, you know, ultra feminist, or what is the other vice versa? Someone that wants to dominate women, you know, dominate them, submit. You know, there's this ultra, this weirdness with Rahu, and he wants to make it extreme, not just a little bit, but extreme, where it offends other people. So that's Rahu with Libra. You know, it's all about laws. It's about politics. It's about justice. It's about beliefs. It's about fights, disagreements, debates. You know, it's very toxic. I hope I don't have a lot of Rahu Libras in the first house out there, because you guys have probably come to bouts with a lot of people based on belief systems. That may just be your karma. And bumping heads with people like that could also. Transformation Queen, I just found out my great-great-grandma was Asian. Ooh, that is cool. I like that. I could see from your eyes. I think I remember seeing one picture of you in your little thumbnail and your cheeks and your eyes, and I was like, she looks like a little China doll. I don't know. But I did picture you as Asian for some reason, or just with chinky eyes. It's like maybe you do your eyeliner like that. It was pretty. Anyways, what is the marker saying? I'm great. I had 6 kitties. What? I'm confused. 6 kids or 6 kittens? What is it? I kind of picture transformation queen. I don't know, like a Nicki Minaj or someone that sings like that song, Love, you know. You want me to speak Thai? I'll speak Thai, maybe in a past life, you know, like that. That sounds cool. I don't know. If you have kittens, that's ultra cute. Congratulations. Let's move on to a happier, hopefully happier, less malefic energy. Oh, wait, I can't just move on just yet. I forgot to tell you the good stuff with Libra, with Rahu. Sorry, I know. I can't just skip that part. Sorry. So the good stuff. What's the good stuff with Libra and Rahu? Well, a very successful lawyer. A very, very successful lawyer. Rich lawyer. Maybe no one likes him, but he's rich. We're talking, what was that lawyer with the Kim Kardashians, the dad that got off O.J. Simpson? Yeah. No one really liked him. He got off O.J. But he was a rich lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And he had fame. That's Rahu in Libra. Totally that guy. Oh, yeah, it was him, whoever he was. What about the lawyer that got off the Casey Anthony girl? No one liked him. What a jerk. We all knew she was guilty. Sorry, Casey Anthony, if you watch me, but the truth is the truth, girl. You hella guilty. You hurt your baby, and we all know it. Because the way you acted when she was gone. Don't try to play us. Don't try to play the people like you care, like you have love in your heart. You don't. And, you know, if you're a narcissist, you're a narcissist. That's what you are. Okay, sweetie. But anyways, her lawyer, the girl that got off Casey Anthony, yeah, that's Rahu and Libra. So the good energy about a Rahu and Libra is fame, money, success, popularity. There's Robert Kardashian. Okay. Yeah. You could also say like a warden. Could be in that energy. A warden of a prison. So that could be an energy. Okay. It's funny though, because Rahu in the first always has this judgment, justice, energy vibe anyways, because it's looking at the 7th. So it really doesn't matter what sign you're in. There's always like this judgment energy coming in. What's another popular good energy for Rahu and Libra? A good arguer. Maybe you're always going to win your arguments with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Maybe you can always prove your point. You'd be very good at communications. You'd be very good at writing books. You would kind of have a fearless attitude towards justice. If you guys get right on your path, you might be a serious fighter for justice. Someone that wants to change the law and change the way society is ran and the way authority works. So a lot of drive and determination. I think those are the good things about Rahu and Libra, okay? So you do have the power to do all of that. And those are the good things, all right? So yeah, smart. Smart as a whip. Convincing. Probably a very good liar. You know, if you guys want to think that's good or bad, I'm going to leave it up to you. But Libra could be a very good liar with Rahu in the first. If you know a Libra with Rahu, you know you've been lied to. Girl, don't play me, go play Lotto. You better check their chart. You better check their chart. Because if they had a Rahu and Libra in the first, honey, you got lied to about a lot of things. You may not even know what you've been lied to for, but you've been lied to. All right? You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Whew. Okay, let's move on. I'm doing good on time. Maybe I can get through all these. Maybe I can. Let's move forward. Let's go ahead and look into Scorpio in the first house. So the ascendant or the moon, okay? So Scorpio, first house with Rahu. What is going on? What are you going to get? Ooh. Well, we got 2 cards. I did not mean to get 2 cards, but I'm just going to do it. So I have the Moon and the Eight of Swords. All right. You're checking IDs now. Transformation Queen. I love you, girl. I love you so much. Checking IDs. You better check at the door with these people, right? I wish we could check people's charts before we get into it with them. Just to know, are you a little crazy? Should I be concerned? You got to know what you're working with Rahu. Everybody's got one. It's just in a different house. For those of you that have a big knot in your stomach and you're like, God, this is tough to swallow, to hear, to deal with. Guys, we got to rip the Band-Aid off. Rahu in the first house is the hardest placement. Or Ketu in the first house. That 1-7 axis, 1-7 period, that's the probably one of the most difficult placements. Besides trouble with children. Trouble with relationships or trouble with children. That little axis right there, that's going to be the hardest ones. The other ones you can probably work with a little bit better. Okay, not that any of them are easy. But if you're feeling sick right now, just know that not everybody has Rahu in the first, okay? So relax. And not everybody has Ketu in the first, so relax, you know. Count your blessings if you don't, you know. But so we're going to go in here to Scorpio. Honey.
Yes.
You're very cute, but are you going to work on a different style?
No.
Why?
Why? I don't know. What do you mean by that? Different style?
I liked how you did it the other day. Kind of shuffled it around.
Like that?
Yeah. Do you need a haircut?
No.
I can take you for one.
No. If I do get a haircut, I want to cut it all short because I want to grow my hair long again.
Okay, go. Close my door.
Okay, bye.
I'm not talking about that. So what's cool is the Moon card, which is a Scorpio energy. This is about a lot of emotions. And then here you have the Eight of Swords. Jail. Mental prison. Okay. Karen, thank you for the $20. I love you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that in Cash App. Okay. I think it's pretty obvious for everyone to know what the cards are revealing for Scorpio in the first. Secrets! Hidden feelings, hidden emotions, hidden thoughts. Lockdown. It is in the state penitentiary. Scorpio's locked up. You know what? Let's be real. You want me to be real? Let's just get the dirty out of the way before we can get into the good. Scorpio in the first house with Rahu may very well end up in prison. They may very well end up in jail. They have some kind of a demented mind. They can. I'm not saying all of them do. I'm not saying 100% of Scorpios in the first house with Rahu are going to go to prison and have a demented mind. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying the stakes are high. The probabilities are high. There's a very high risk. You know, there's a good chance that they may have some kind of a dark obsession that is going on and bubbling down, deep down inside of them. A lot of family secrets, a lot of abuse can be seen. Because Mars rules Scorpio. Mars and Rahu in the first? Just that vibe? Y'all know. Y'all already know. Not only Mongolic, but you already know it's malefic. This is like a tower just waiting. Like a lion ready to pounce on the prey. You get Scorpio in the first with Rahu, there is a lion ready to pounce on the prey. The energy for drama is at an all-time high, very high risk. So let's just get that out of the way. Scorpio's already naturally secretive, dark, malefic, withdrawn, mysterious, into the occult, into magic, into sexual energies. Okay, a fire and water combination, which is explosive. Okay, temperamental, someone that puts a lid on it until they explode. So we have someone with Rahu and Scorpio, and that's going to be the gist of this person. They are going to bottle up so much tension, so much frustration, that when they explode, remember Rahu expands like a balloon. He's going to blow everything out of proportion. Like, I mean, when this person loses their temper, hunker down because a hurricane is coming. A watery Scorpio hurricane is a coming. So we have someone that can really fly off the handle. And unfortunately, that can land people in jail, land them in prison, land them in a mental institution, or land them into some kind of like serious personal, I want to isolate. I don't want to be around people because I don't know how to control myself. I'd rather just isolate and be alone because relationships are terrible for me. But with your 1-7 being Ketu and Taurus, there's going to be a lot of financial loss in relationships. It's almost like you might have a divorce and you have to pay them alimony. That's just the karma of it. You're like, well, I lost my temper. I flew off the handle. Now I owe them money every month. Or I lost my temper. Now I went to jail. Now they get to keep my car, my house, my phones, my money in the bank. They get to keep it all. Because I'm in jail because I couldn't control myself. You know, I can't keep a job, okay, because I can't deal with the stress. So I have to depend on a partner to pay my bills, which creates more stress. Or I just got out of jail or prison and now I can't provide for myself. So I'm under more stress. So I have to depend on girlfriends, boyfriends to help me out. You know, this could be drugs as well. We mentioned that a little bit in another sign earlier, and drugs can definitely be a thing for a Scorpio with Rahu in the first. There's also a high sexual promiscuous activity with Rahu and Scorpio. A lot of secret fetishes. This is someone that has like a thing for schoolgirls or a thing for feet or a thing for butts or a thing, you know, weird, maybe bondage. You know, weird shit. I would definitely venture to say bondage. You know, this person may have a weird fetish. Maybe it's good. I mean, maybe it's like Christian Grey, you know, in freaking, what was it? The 50 Shades of Grey, you know, Christian, that guy, he was hot and dominating and no one knew about it. They just thought he was a good-looking rich millionaire that was single for whatever reason. Why are you single, rich millionaire? Why are you single, Christian? Why aren't you married yet? Oh, because I have a red room. You know, I beat the fuck out of the person I love for fun. Oh, that's why you're single. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bust in the red room, Scorp. Sorry about that. I did not mean to bust in the red room. You know, I didn't know. It was a little bit, you know, a little cray-cray. Can I go home now? You fine and you rich and you good looking and all that, but now I know why you're single. Okay? I know why you got problems. Or someone you go to their house and like, I don't know. Nowadays you don't have video cassettes or DVDs really. People just, you know, download whatever on their phone or iPad or whatever. But if you get a Scorpio and Rahu, you might come across a collection of, you know, sexual things, maybe sexual items for a girl. Could be a lot of dildos. Could be she has a collection. And I saw a meme the other day. They had a bunch of dildos being washed in the dishwasher. There was a picture and a meme on Facebook, and they were like, so this is what I use my dishwasher for. And there was like 50 freaking dildos. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, who made this meme? Like, who has that? Like, I mean, people are lucky if they have one. Like, how does this person have that? What? Okay. Yeah. I don't even know what some of those items were. And thank God. I don't want to know, honey. I don't want to know what some of those items were. I will be left dazed and confused. Keep me dazed and confused. I ain't trying to know. Okay. My body is sacred. Okay. Only the good stuff up in this bitch. Okay. Only the good stuff. Thank you. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Nope. Natural. I don't know what those creams are. I don't know what those machines are. I don't know what those buttons are. But that's not, no, this is sacred here. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to leave that to the imagination. Leave it to a Scorpio to have a vault of 6 secrets. Okay, we're done. We're done with you, Scorpio. We're going to move on to a different topic because y'all are crazy. Y'all are sick. Thank you. Oh, Lord. Damn. Anyways, it's a little bit much. Like a virgin for the very first time. Jessica? Girl, be like a virgin, touched for the very first time. You don't need to know. All right? This is for private eyes only, for the need to know, and you don't need to know. So we're good. Keep it that way, girl. For the love of God, keep it that way as long as you can, possibly. Wait for the right person. Okay, I'm sorry. I really got to be done with Scorpio. Anyway, so, okay. So you've got some things going on that are secrets, vault, lockdown, shh, hush, hush for Scorpio. You know, your partner's going to have money. Your partner's going to look good. You might go through partners. There's definitely, you know, this energy of being around extremely good-looking people. What would be a Scorpio type person? It wouldn't be like, you know, that guy with the really big thing on the porns. What was his name? Rick? No. Ron Jeremy? Whatever. There was a really weird, fat, bald, old guy that apparently had a big whatever. You know, I don't even know. He's not a Scorpio energy because it's not secret. He had his business out there for the world. So please keep in mind that Scorpios may be sexual, but they're not out there on the camera. Okay? Ron Jeremy there. Yeah, that ain't no Scorpio, honey. They may have some Scorpios somewhere, but that ain't no Scorpio. That's all Leo right there. Okay, high ego, showing it off, being sexual. That ain't no Scorpio. Scorpio is on the low. That's it. They may do one, but their face ain't in the picture. Okay? Anyways, yeah, so this person has a vault, has secrets. A Scorpio with the Rahu in the first house will also keep a lot of bottled up emotions. Okay? And they have a lot of self-doubt, self-criticism. They're always criticizing themselves. They're always feeling guilty about what they do. This is like that person that has a porn addiction at home on the computer and feels so bad because they keep spending money in secret on this addiction. Maybe they pay for this video chat. Maybe they send money to this girl. Maybe they buy this video and then they regret it. They feel dirty. They feel bad. That's this kind of energy. Also, I was, you know, watching that, you know, soft white belly, whatever, and there was some brothel owner who talked about surgeons, which Scorpios are very much surgeons. These are high class, high end, you know, Orange County, you know, Beverly Hills surgeons that make a lot of money. And they were in their 50s, you know, 30s to 50s. They had a lot of money. They had big homes and reputations. And they were, you know, they were a freaking doctor. People trusted them with their lives. And these men were sick, sexually addicted, which is totally Scorpio thing. And they go to these like party girl, prostitute kind of Vegas type, you know, parties where you spend $500 ticket just to get into the party, and then you're spending money on other stuff like, you know, favors from them or strip shows. You're paying for that, or back room access, or, you know, private room access. And the sad part from this brothel owner, you know, for this kind of vibe, said these men would come every week. Every week. He said they had a sexual addiction and didn't even know it. They didn't even realize they really had that much of an addiction. And then he said one guy stuck out to him, and it was a guy that had probably been taking Viagra or whatever. He was like 65, 70. He said he was so turned on, I'll just leave it there, all the time, that he had several brothel locations, and that one surgeon would go to like 5 locations in one day, like 3 times a week. Is he not tired? I mean, he said he would go to about 2 girls a building. So on those days, he would sleep with about 8 or 9 girls in one day and spend hours per person. So his whole day was monopolized around that. And imagine the money that he spent. He said he was one of his biggest clients. And he was pulling, he said, probably, you know, $5,000 to $10,000 a week on that one guy. Talk about an addiction, right? So this person clearly had a problem. Some people have a gambling problem, which is a Leo kind of gamble thing. We might have some super poker player Leos, but we might have some super sexually addicted Scorpios. So that could be an issue. Again, illegal situations, secrets, hidden things, guilt, keeping secrets, hiding things from people. Rahu blows up the energy. Rahu expands the energy. So not only is Scorpio a sexual sign, but when Rahu's with Scorpio in the first, that person's not only carrying Scorpio sexual vibes, but ultra, huge, big, magnanimous sexual vibes. Not only does Scorpio carry secretive vibes, okay, keeping secrets and bottling up emotions, but with Rahu in the first with Scorpio, major secrets, ultra secrets, just blows it up. You see, Rahu is blowing it up out of proportion. He's not just going to tickle the pickle. Rahu is going to blow up the situation. It's going to be bigger than life. Okay, so we know the negatives. It's not always just sexual with Scorpio. With Scorpio, there's a lot of secret money. So there could be, with the Scorpio and Rahu in the first, we could also be dealing with like a mafia person, okay? Someone that's, you know, in a mob, in a mafia, in a gang, okay? Maybe in drug dealing, you know, maybe they're a higher up person. They have a lot of secret money they need to launder. You know, secret money, maybe just under the table. You know, maybe they make money under the table, you know. It doesn't have to be sexual. It could be anything else. This person may also have a secret, you know, property that they never shared and disclosed with their partner. So someone that may have owned land from their grandma and never told the spouse. And then maybe when they pass away, the spouse finds out they had a stocks and bonds, they had land, they had a secret account that they didn't even know about. So that could also be a situation. You know, there could also be other things like they had a secret past they're not sharing with their spouse. They never shared that they were violated. They never shared that they came from a wealthy family because they always portrayed themselves as, you know, lower class. There's always secrets to uncover with Scorpio. You never know what you're going to find. You might also just, you know, in a nice way, meet somebody with a rough exterior, you know, bad boy, bad girl, you know, and you find out they're nothing but mushy, gooey, soft, and ooey on the inside. That this hard exterior bad boy, bad girl is actually a sweetheart or a softie and loves children or loves animals. You know, you're like, wow, I didn't know you were so nice. You know, they're like, yeah, I try to keep that low profile. I try to portray a certain image. I don't want everyone to know. Don't spread the word. Because if you do, then everyone's going to think I'm a softie, and I'm not a softie. You know, so there might be something good to this vibration as well. But remember, the first house is about them. It's not about you. It's not about their money. It's not about, you know, their spiritual journey. And it's not always about that. It's about them personally, what's going on with them. And with Rahu there, you know, any person with any sign of Rahu in the first house, it's a weird person. This person is different. You know, a Gemini ascendant with Rahu might have very small hands. Tiny hands. Like, wow, you have child-sized hands. Because, you know, Gemini's hands. You know, a Leo, you know, ascendant with Rahu. Wow, you're very orange. Like, you have a real orange or golden sun-kissed tan color. Like, pretty obvious. You know, it's strange. It's unique. Or you have wild hair. Like, your hair's wild. I would never think anyone would have hair like that. Your hair stands out. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with wild hair, Leo, in the ascendant? Don't you think it sticks out like a sore thumb? Don't you think everybody's staring at your hair? And Leo with the, Rahu says like, yeah, fuck yeah. Everyone's staring and I don't give a damn. I like my freaking hair. Thank you very much. Hello, ego. And the list goes on. But either way, Rahu's always going to give that person a higher ego. So if you're saying, Stephanie, it sounds like every sign you've talked about, they have a high ego. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And it doesn't matter what sign, it's that Rahu in the first. But with Scorpio, the secrets, the bottled up emotions, it's pretty insane. And yeah, when they blow up, when they do release their emotions, there's tears everywhere. Complete breakdown. Okay? They really break down. They lose it for maybe days. If someone gets upset and angry, they don't just tell you to F off and yell at you. They break shit. They bust down doors. They pack their freaking bags. They get the fuck out. They go blow $1,000 by the time they come home. I mean, they really blow it up. Again, when we're talking about Rahu, guys, this is not a nice thing. I don't want you to hate Rahu because he sounds so terrible. There's good things that can happen from this. And like I said, once you get to the age of 36 and above, it's going to get better. You're going to learn from your hot-headedness. You're going to learn from your sick fetishishness, whatever if that's a word. You're going to learn from all these things. And it's not going to be this bad. These people are wilding out. All these Rahus in the first house, they're wilding out in their 20s. You don't know what's going to happen. They're doing risky behavior. Okay? They're paranoid. They don't know what they're doing or what's happening. They're confused people. They're in and out of solitude and being in relationships. They don't have balance on how much to give to people and how much to give to themselves. In a nutshell. All you guys, Rahu, first house, you don't know. And before 36, you are wilding out. Finally, once you reach these ages, because it's only temporary, you're going to look back at a lot of this behavior and go, wow, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? So yeah, when Scorpio matures, Scorpio is going to tone it down. It's not going to be as intense. Mostly, I think, generally speaking for the general public, not the wackos. Pray to God. A Scorpio with a Rahu who has a dangerous shadow side. It could be murderous. It could be fetishist, kind of energy. It could be devious energy. Could be dark, secretive energy. It could be stalker vibes too, That's the shadow side. It can be scary. On the good side of a Scorpio with Rahu, this person would make an excellent detective. They would know how to use words to get into secret clubs. They would have, security access. They would have friends in low places. They would have back doors. They would make excellent investigators, detectives, private eyes, CIA agents, FBI agents, ICE agents. You know what I mean? They blend in top notch. And they secretly, through the crowd, can discover all kinds of hidden information because they have connections with other people. The Taurus and their Ketu, they do a lot of bribes. So if they are doing some kind of private eye, detective, investigative work, they tend to pay off. Ketu, Taurus, 7th house, pay off tips. Thanks for giving me that information. Here's $20. Thanks for giving me that information. Here's $100. Thanks for getting me that fake ID. Here's $100. They just have ways. A Scorpio with a Rahu would also be a very good businessman, but slick Rick. So I guess that can be a good thing. You know, this person would know how to talk and communicate by selling something like this. Hey, come here. Listen, I see you don't want to spend $20,000 on this particular item. You know, you came in here, you told us you had a specific price, you know, and here we are showing you all these other options. Maybe it's jewelry. Here we are showing you all these other watches. And you told us you don't want to spend that money. You want to spend $10,000 on a specific, you know, item. Let me tell you something. Come here. Get closer. I don't want everyone to hear. This is between you and me. Come over here. I have something very special. One of a kind. And I wasn't going to sell it to anybody. I wasn't even sure I was going to put it out on display. I was kind of waiting for the right person that had a specific kind of style. You have that style. You have an eye for perfection. You have an eye for quality. You know you want a timeless piece. You know you want it to last you forever. You know you want to pass down this piece to your son and your grandson. You know this is a family heirloom that you want to get into. So I'm going to cut you a deal. I have this one item here in the back, and I don't want to sell it to anybody else, but I like you. I like you, and I like your family, and I like your style. And I don't want to let this piece go to anybody else but someone like you that cares, that's going to keep it nice, that's going to pass it down. It's going to mean something to you. It's going to mean something to your kids. I only want to sell it to someone like you. It's only available to someone like you. Look, it's worth $100,000, period. And I'm basically going to give this away to you because if I sell it to you for this, you can probably sell it for 3 times the value. But I like you, and I trust you, and I don't think you're going to do that. I'm going to give you this very exquisite, one-of-a-kind Rolex watch, vintage from the 1960s. I'm going to give this to you. I'm basically throwing it at you for free for $60,000. Okay, it's worth $100,000. This is a one-of-a-kind. This is timeless piece. Come over here and take a look at this. And the guy's like, oh, wow, I'm special. He picked me out, you know, of the crowd. You know? He knows I have an eye. You bring him over there. He just wants to look, because this is how slick salesmen work. He knows he only wants to spend 10. We were showing him 20. He wasn't biting. Just follow me. He pulls him to the back just to look at it, because now he's curious. What the hell does this interesting, one-of-a-kind piece look like? I just want to see it. I'm not going to spend $60,000, but I just want to see the damn thing. So he brings him to the back, reveals the hidden gem, dazzles him. The guy's like, wow, this is amazing. This is valuable. Now that the salesman has him in the back room, just looking, then the salesman can say, you know what? I'm probably going to shoot myself in the foot later. I'm probably going to regret this. But I'm in the moment. I'm feeling the love. I really want you to have this piece. And I know you can't afford 60 even. Because I like you so much, because I want to give this to your family, I'll bring this down to 20,000. The other ones I was showing you for 20, you can take this one for 20,000. Sold. Done. Why? Because that's what a slick Rick salesman's going to do. That's what they're going to do. Period. Period. And that person just got sold from wanting to spend 10,000, looking at 20s, not happy with what he saw. Then they have the secret in the back room. And then they have that at the 20s, which was always in the 20s price range. That salesman just sold it. It was the same value as the other $20,000 pieces, but he made it sound more important. It was the package. It was the back room. It was the secret. It was the hidden thing. It was what everybody else couldn't have, couldn't see. That's what sold it. It was that kind of an energy. Yes? Hi.
So when are we going?
In the morning for the last time.
Okay.
Okay.
Why you stray us?
Because you've asked me like 5 times in the last hour.
Actually, I only asked you once.
Okay, go.
Alright, bye.
Yesterday I told my friend how much they paying you to hang out with me. Oh gosh, that was too much of an example. I should quit. Anyways, that would be Scorpio and Rahu. Because Taurus is that 1-7. They're very good with money. They have a past life energy about making money, holding on to money, having value. They have an eye for beauty, an eye for style. They have a natural eye for, you know, value, okay, and quality. So this person would be very good at working in a jewelry department, very good, you know, working with, you know, pristine cars, name brand clothing, higher end, things like that. So a Rahu and Scorpio could very much be in that kind of a vibe. Someone that sells, you know, expensive things, expensive houses, things like that, okay? So we have someone that is like that. Ooh, you know who kind of reminds me of that? Jeffree Star. He kind of reminds me of a Scorpio and Rahu. Yeah, big time. And he does makeup. He sells his own makeup line. It's a guy, but he looks like a girl. Beautiful, you know, he's beautiful. Gorgeous. He does makeup better than any freaking female on the planet. I totally trust him with beauty products and facial products. Like, I want to buy everything that he sells because he sells it so good. Jeffree Star is just insane. And he just, like, his whole package, the star mirrors, the title, the name, the colors, the way he splotches them, the way he does makeup on camera, you know, the way he matches things. It's like, holy cow, I want to buy whatever he sells. That's how it is. And I've never bought a product, but, you know, so Lissy Draco, she's like his famous person's personal shopper. Okay. So yeah, you know, that to me is a good example of a Scorpio with Rahu, someone who has a sexual vibe. If you watch Jeffree Star's lines of makeup that he puts out, he always has a sexual vibe to the selling of it, which is another Rahu thing. They sexify whatever they're selling. They sexify it because sex sells. So Scorpios are pretty good at sales. They're sneaky snakes. Sneaky little Scorpios. Sneaky little snakes, of course. But yeah, I mean, Jeffree Star's... quiet down! Stop playing on the scooters. Sorry. Jeffree Star's energy of his photo shoots. Gorgeous, you know. But it kind of looks like a strip club. But he sells it so nice. It's got class. You know, he always has this Gucci, Louis Vuitton, you know, he's got name brand cars, super fancy houses. He sells name brand shit. And that would be a Scorpio and Rahu, you know, even a Taurus and Rahu, which, ooh, you have to watch the Taurus and Rahu, a lot of money. I wish I would have gone deeper in Taurus, but I didn't. But just think high end with Taurus, Rahu's in the first house, high end, name brand, lots of money. Yeah. And they have a lot of secret addictions to shopping for expensive items and having a lot of money. Sorry, I just threw that in there for the Taurus in the middle of Scorpio's reading. Sorry. But yeah, that's there. But that's the 1-7, Scorpio Taurus, remember? 1-7. So Scorpio totally has that vibe. Anyways, I should just move on. So do you see how it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing? It just means, you know, you have the shadow aspect or you don't. Once you get of a certain age, Rahu's going to calm the hell down. Look at Jeffree Star before and after. Jeffree Star today is responsible, good businessman, very rich, has a lot of connections, a lot of success and wealth. He spent a lot of money on it, but he has it. He also spends a lot of money on his mom, his family. He said so. He bought his whole family houses. Okay. He always gets calls from family. Can you give me this? Can you give me that? He takes care of them, takes care of family. He takes care of his friends. When he's in a relationship, you know, Scorpio Rahu, right? When he's in a relationship, he takes care of his baby. All right. So he bought him nice cars, a lot of nice cars. He took him on trips to Hawaii and other shit. That's Scorpio and Rahu wanting to spend the Taurus 7th house. Hello, Taurus partner, 7th house. I'm going to spend dinero on you. Got it? I don't know. I hope I did Scorpio justice. If you have a Scorpio and Rahu, you're going to have, you know, you're going to spend a lot on your partner, period. Hello, Taurus. They're going to be good looking. You have an eye for style, very stylish, and name brands and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to be done with Scorpio, but there you go. In a nutshell, Scorpio has a lot of secrets, a lot of things they've hidden, but as they grow older and Rahu matures and karma, you know, chills out, their high intensity will chill down. They're still going to have a high intensity life, but it's going to chill down. It's not going to be crazy. Jeffree Star, before who he is now, was wild. He was like a singer. He had his own band. His makeup was more, you know, his style wasn't on point. He was really wild, really out there, really partying, really with wrong crowds, you know, just putting himself in risky behaviors, risky energies. And then when he matured in his 30s, as Rahu and all of that matured for him, it chilled out and he had the success and he had, you know, a good balance. Even though he's still wild, he has a good balance now. You see what I'm saying? Just because you're older and it balances out doesn't mean Rahu ain't wild. Because no matter how old Jeffree gets, he's always going to have a wild, outlandish, different style. He's always going to have something different and taboo that other people aren't going to be on board with. But it will have been much more calm than what it was. And that's how you see the difference. And that's how you're going to see your Rahus calm down. Okay? So anyways, let me poop. Let me put on my microphone. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to be into Sagittarius. Rising, ascendant, you know, first house, Sagittarius with Rahu. You guys ready for this? Before I get into Saggy though, because I'm a Saggy rising, I'm super excited. I don't have a Rahu in my Sag though, but I'm super excited nonetheless. I love Saggies. I have to confess something to you guys. Okay? You have a Rahu and Sag in sidereal. Cool, Lissy. Please watch. It's going to be different because this one is in the first house specifically. So it's going to be different than other houses, but you're still going to get some kind of a Rahu Sag vibe. Okay? But let me give you a confession. Remember in my video last week, I think I did Saggy, and we talked about the astrology and how Jupiter was in the 3rd house, you know, and how that was going to affect Sag because it goes Sag, Cappy, Aquarius. So Jupiter has just moved there in Aquarius in the 3rd house for Sag. And if you guys remember, and I had some Saggies in here, I talked about travel and I said you're going to start to travel more, maybe travel with your younger siblings if you have any. There's going to be networking and communications, wealth and prosperity through the roof. Guys, I have a surprise to tell you. I had a very large donation from someone named Sonia. I don't want to give the number out because I don't want to make her uncomfortable. Okay, thank you, Sonia, for your donation. You know who you are. I won't put you on blast. Don't worry. But this woman gave me such a large donation. My head spinned. My bank thought it was fraud. They were like, what the fuck? This isn't real. This isn't your normal donation. Like, what is this? We have to refund this. Like, this is crazy. This has got to be a fake card, or like, we need an investigation. So they had to investigate this donation. It was crazy. And my account was held for a week. And I was like, okay, wow, it blew me away. And just like magic, as I told you, Jupiter was going into Sag. I had a huge blessing. And what is Jupiter? Well, first of all, he rules me because I'm a Sagittarius rising. Hello, right? But yeah, he went into my third, which is communications, networking, and career, and like drive and determination, reputation, communications, networking, friends, all of that with career. So major blessing. But not only that, because I just want to tell you from experience that what I speak on this channel is the truth. I'm not bullshitting you guys on this astrological events and what it brings. I wanted to just kind of give a testimony to the truth of what I said for Sag, since we're on Sag right now, about Jupiter in the third house. So not only that, which shocked the crap out of me, because I just did that reading, and if you guys saw the extended, damn, like financial blessings up the yin yang. But remember I told you about traveling. I haven't traveled in 2 years, maybe 3 years. I haven't traveled in a while. I had no intention on traveling. I'm dedicated to my job here. I'm working. I don't have any plans. You know, it's not a big travel. I said it might be small time travel because Gemini is not Sagittarius or Aquarius. It's not far distant traveling. But since I'm a Saggy rising, believe me, there's kind of some distance there. I surprisingly, last minute, last night, decided to go on a road trip with my little brother, who's like 9 years younger than me. So he is much, much younger than me. My little brother, not the one I live with, another little brother. On a road trip with my kids and my mom to go see my grandma. Okay, in Texas. We're going off to Texas. Last minute. I didn't even plan it. My mom just, you know, dropped off my daughter yesterday. She was out with her for a while. She came in, said, Mom, Grandma said that, you know, they're going to go see Grandma B, you know, up in Texas. And, you know, do we want to go? And I was like, I need to see my grandma. Because my grandma B in Texas, she just had a heart attack. Thank God she survived. And it's funny because I did the Libra video and I talked about heart issues. That's another story, but she has Libra energy and Virgo. And it was in Virgo and it was in Libra in my readings last month. Not April, but March readings, that heart issues were a thing. And ironically, that happened to my grandma. I just found this out. She said, oh, I didn't want to worry everybody. I didn't go to the hospital. You know, I went to the doctor. But she has a pacemaker. So it kept her heart going. Thank God. She was okay. She, you know, I'm sure if she didn't have the pacemaker, her heart would have stopped. But it didn't. It kept going. And that pacemaker's keeping her going. Her heart is just being very weak. So I love my grandma. She's a sweetheart. I'm very close to my grandma. She helped in raising me. I spent a lot of time with her in my youth. So I just can't imagine my life without my grandma. I know I'm going to have to face it. I've lost my grandpa. I've lost my dad. I've lost my kid's father. I don't want to lose anybody else, but I know, you know, I got to make the most of this time. So instead of saying I'm too busy with work, instead of saying I don't have it planned, instead of saying I just can't, ironically, this is how Jupiter works. I got blessed with that money from this person. And ironically, last minute, I was invited on this trip to go see my grandma. And here I am. How? I don't know, y'all. You know, if it was any other week, I wouldn't have had the funds. I wouldn't have had the time. I wouldn't. But somehow, Jupiter's like, you going on this trip. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. I've been thinking of a vacation, thinking of getting away, but I always said I'm too busy. I'm too busy for vacation. I'm too busy for travel. I don't like going on my own anyways with the kids. I don't really want to. I just don't want to. I've honestly had car issues, and my car is a piece of shit right now. Hate to say that, but my car is a piece of shit right now. And I know I need a new car, but I'm waiting till I absolutely need it. You know, I don't want to spend the money. I guess that's my frugal Cancer inside of me. I don't want to spend it. I don't want to spend it. I don't want to have a payment. You know, So anyways, this trip was nice because I wouldn't have gone on any other road trip except my brother said, we'll go in my car. And I'm like, wow, okay. He's got a nice car. I was like, okay. I'm going. I felt like the Grinch, Jim Carrey, invited to the Christmas party. And he was back and forth with, I don't have any clothes to wear. I don't have an outfit. And he tried it on and he tried, oh, I'm not going to wear that. God, they're going to laugh at me. I can't wear this outfit. And then he put on the little yodel, outfit. And he's like, all right, I'm going. But you can't expect me to like it, And then he was like, no, I can't go. I can't go. So I went through this back and forth. No, I can't go. Yes, I can. No, I can't go. All right, I'm going. And that's me tonight. I haven't even packed. I'm gonna end this reading. I'm probably not even gonna sleep because I'm drinking fucking coffee to pack. But I'm gonna pack my shit and I'm gone. I'm leaving at 6 in the morning with my kids and my brother, my parent. We all going 6 a.m. bright, bushy tailed and early on a trip last minute. So Sagittarius, if you haven't seen my Saggy reading for the month of April, you need to watch it. It's hilarious. And I have to give my testimony that what was in that video is real and true. And I have evidence just in the last 2 days about how real and true that reading is. So if you haven't had any of these events start with you, watch. These events are going to start with you. It's going to start happening. You're going to see results. It's just a testimony. All right. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into Saggy energy for Rahu with Saggy in the first house. So for all you little risings, for all you little moon Saggies, all right, even in the Navamsha, if you guys have Rahu in your first house, this reading is for you. This little message about what's going to be coming up for that energy. Let's get a card. Good, one card. Page of Swords, 4 Cups. Okay. What's happening? Excessive sadness. Rahu is a shadow. He wants to shadow Sagittarius's optimism, positivity, and faith and belief. Thank you, Pacific Pearl. So when Rahu shows up in Saggy, it says, hey, yeah, we're going to kind of knock down the positivity. It's a little annoying. And your faith, let's see if you can hang on to it. I'm going to cause a lot of strife in your relationships. Communication is going to be buckshit crazy. I'm sorry, that's a word I used. If not everybody knows what I'm talking about. Buckshit crazy is just wild, insane. All right? And your relationships are full of miscommunication. You say something to someone and they misunderstand you. You try to express your love or confess something to someone that you love, that you care about, and they just take it the wrong way. And you're like, this is crap. Every time I try to do something nice, every time I try to open my heart and bare my soul, they take it the wrong way. They don't understand me. You feel extremely misunderstood. And that's because of Ketu there in the 7th house with Gemini. Communications, work, friendships, your relationships, your marriage, your 7th house. They just don't understand you. There's so much miscommunication. However, because Ketu co-rules the sign of Sagittarius, and Ketu is looking at Sagittarius, it doesn't want to affect you as harshly. Do you understand? Ketu's I don't want to completely destroy Sagittarius's faith and optimism. I don't want to completely destroy it, okay? I don't want to just take it away and be an ass to my own sign. I just want to wake them up so they work on their communication, so they can express themselves better in different ways and be more creative like a fire sign. So Rahu says, yes, let's get creative. Let's learn how to passionately preach, passionately teach. Let's learn how to communicate better. So there's going to be a very big drive on communication, preaching and teaching. So when you have a Rahu in Sagittarius, this person may be a very famous, very popular preacher, or a very famous and very popular teacher. And yes, they must be famous because Rahu is fame. All right. And it's magnanimous. It blows someone up. So yeah, this person has a lot of sadness, and they don't have as much optimism as they preach or teach. They may preach and teach optimism and positivity and all these good things. Okay? They may preach that and teach it all the time. But maybe inside their own head, they suffer with maybe some kind of depression, or they've suffered with some kind of, at least dissatisfaction, if not sadness or depression. So they have a suffering, and they secretly, go through this. It's like your teacher or guru's house that has everything good to say, has a very messy house, or doesn't eat right, or smokes, or has some kind of a bad habit. You wouldn't think that of them. You wouldn't think maybe your guru teacher, goes in the back and drinks. Or has, some condition emotionally, let's just say an emotional condition that you're unaware of publicly. Because Rahu does a good job about kind of hiding that, but also heightening that for them personally on the inside. At the same time, Rahu wants that person to be famous and preach and teach all good things. I hope you guys are feeling that, understanding that. It's kind of do as I say, not as I do. Do you understand? Did I make that clear at all? I don't even know. Again, Rahu in the first house with Saggy is confusion, fear, okay? And so someone may fear that they are they're not being understood, that they're not saying things right, they're not communicating right. It's that Jemmy jams, Geminis in the 7th. You may feel very worried that you can't teach well. There's a lot of fear. I can't teach well. I can't preach well. I'm not doing a good job. I'm not a great teacher. I'm not a great guru. I'm not a great spouse. There's a lot of this things going on the inside. But on the outside, you're just promoting optimism and positivity. Okay, here's a good example. Robin Williams. Hello. I rest my case. Robin Williams is a good example of Rahu and Sag in the first house, Gemini the 7th, always communicating to crowds and to people, promoting positivity and joy and happiness, always making someone laugh, always finding something good in a bad situation. But on the inside, Rahu Sag, very sad, depressed, had a lot going on inside. No one knew. No one knew. Poor Robin Williams, nobody knew. Even his own wife had some suspicions, but never thought it was that bad, because Rahu and Sag in the first is like, hey, do as I say, not as I do. Don't look at me, look at you. They're a mirror. Because Ketu, remember, Ketu doesn't want to damage Sag that badly. So Ketu's like, hey, it's about loss. It's about reflection. It's about projection. So again, the Saggy Rahu person is project. Project some other image. Don't look at me, look at you. It's not about me, it's about you. But at the same time, because Rahu's in the first, it is about them. Because they're thinking about themselves. Poor me. Not how wonderful they are to others. Robin knew, you think he must have known how important he was to the world. People loved him. But it wasn't enough. For some reason, he didn't love himself. Thank you, Rahu. Malefic. He just didn't. And so in a sense, as unselfish and loving and awesome as that man was, it was all about him. Because at the end of the day, he did that to himself because he was thinking about himself, Rahu first. And that took precedence. And those dark thoughts, those fears, that confusion, that obsession with thinking about it over and over again overtook other energy. Which can lead to a lot of anxiety. So anyways, I hope I painted a, I'm so sorry, but a shadow side energy there for Sag with Rahu in the first. But that is kind of in a nutshell what kind of is going on here with Rahu in the first house, in the sign of Sag. There's a lot of upbeat energy with that. There's, like I said, it's not all negative. This person is friendly, outgoing, you know, really great to be around, always puts a smile on your face. That is the good things about this person. The bad things about this person is they have a lot of inner dialogue, and I do mean dialogue, a lot of inner feelings, okay? A lot of secret feelings that just not everybody would know, okay? And they don't want to be like that. This is like, I don't want to be shitty right now. I just can't help it. And so they have to karmically fight through these depressive feelings. I don't know. I guess that's all I can say. That's all I can say about that. Do you guys have any questions about Saggy with Rahu in the first? Do you think I left something out that I had in other signs? The North Node is in Gemini, is transiting my first house. Oh, interesting, Lissy. I know, Smokey. I'm so sad, too, that poor Robin, I loved him so much. What a good soul. What a good, good soul. So sad. So very sad. Very disappointing and just, I mean, I think a lot of people felt bad when that happened. We just all shed some tears. Remember fame, right? Fame, the first house. Rahu can bring someone fame in the first house. All the signs, all of them. Okay, all the zodiacs. When Rahu's in the first, that person could very well be well known and have fame. So like I told you before, especially if they have Venus with Rahu. Big, big beauty, big, big fame, you know? Okay, so we're pretty good. I didn't leave anything out there, right? You guys feel satisfied with Sagittarius? That I feel like it's always Ketu for me because I'm the reverse. I can't wait till I get to Ketu through all the signs. You know, Ketu in Saggy is so different. I'm a Saggy rising with Ketu. And damn, I always feel like I'm missing something. I don't feel like I have my words. It's so many dramas. It's just never enough. So whatever. You know, there is some ego with Saggy, with Rahu. They feel like they're a good teacher. They feel like they're a good preacher. They feel like they're good at making others happy. They have confidence in that arena. But there's something about self. Okay? It's that soul journey. So anyways, I hope I did it justice. I'm going to move on. And we're going to get into Capricorn. So Capricorn. Capricorn rising. Oh yeah, we did talk about purpose. Remember I went to Virgo? I forgot to start mentioning purpose after Virgo. So Libra purpose, why you were born, because that has a lot to do with your rising ascendant. The reason you were born is to... I'm sorry, I'm distracted with my kids. Close the door. Close the door. Hey. Do what I told you to do and close the door. Sorry. Okay, so Libra in the first house. The reason you were born is to inspire, but also lead in some sense. Aries, Libra always has a leadership. You are a cardinal, so Libra cardinals are to lead in some way. But it's about making friends. It's about making acquaintances. It's about gathering and networking. It's about being fair, and it's about upholding justice, upholding fairness and equality. A lot of the reason you were born was to attract people towards you so you could convince them to do the right thing. You were meant to be that water on fire, you know, putting the steam out, like putting the fire out. You were meant to, you're part of the reason you were here is to calm situations down, is to lessen dramas, is to, you know, make other people remember the good. It's to help others. It's to be a friend. It's to have fun. It's to communicate. It's to have parties. It's to remember that having friends is important. You know, because a lot of people think, you know, I could totally do without friends. But Libra comes in saying, hey, having friends is important. You need to have people in your life that aren't just family. You know, you need to have time and connect with other people. So anyways, that's the purpose of a Libra, is to help show others how to connect with others, how to be that bridge. It's really a bridge between your life and other people's lives. You know, working with other people, okay, communicating, and really like the merchant place, exchanging goods. So, you know, having something to sell, okay, and putting it out there. So spreading the word, spreading the news, sharing, giving, you know, giving to others. All of that stuff there is for Libra. Anyways, I feel like I'm spacey on that, but whatever, that's enough. The life purpose here of Scorpio is to dig deeper, okay? The reason and the purpose for a Scorpio birth, for the rising, you know, sign or the ascendant, I take it back. It's not the ascendant. It has nothing to do with the moon and nothing to do with the Navamsha. It is the rising. I'm sorry, I meant to specifically say that's the reason you were born. It has to do with your rising. So anyways, the Scorpio rising is about digging deeper, getting to the truth, seeing that there's always something behind the curtain. There's always something more than what you see. So they always, you know, their purpose is to reveal that there is hidden energy, hidden words, hidden lives, hidden meanings, hidden feelings. Again, always teaching people to dig deeper, read between the lines, ask questions. You know, your purpose for being here is to get to the truth of something. And maybe it's through bad connections, maybe it's through dark places, but you have to get through dark places to get to the truth. So in essence, your purpose for being here was to promote going through dark, hard towers and death moments to get to the green, to get to the good, to get to the truth, to get to the transformation. You are born to reveal people have a shadow side, that it's real. Don't paint a false picture. Okay? Don't paint that. That's not real life. Scorpio is meant to promote there's a real life out there and everybody has a shadow side. Don't say you don't. Just don't say you don't. And so, you know, Scorpio's purpose is to kind of put that out there, plain and simple, to reveal those things. Okay. Which, you know, kind of reminds me of that guy I put on my community post. That guy, that Pimp Sharp, whatever his name was. I really know he had Capricorn, but he totally had Scorpio too. He totally had Scorpio. And it was hilarious. Yeah, but a lot of what he was saying in his video was, be real, be honest, don't lie. I hate liars, you know. I'm just here to promote the reality that some people have a pretty perfect life and some people don't. That's life. You know, just because you're poor, just because you're lower caste, just because you had a shitty experience doesn't make you a shitty person. It's just life. And he's no respecter of persons. which is very Capricorn. Capricorn works with a lot of lower caste. But the Scorpio also looks at the gem inside, kind of like Aladdin. So the diamond in the rough. So Scorpio vibes always promote, shine light on, or speak about the diamond in the rough. That is their purpose, to reveal the hidden treasure through tumultuous, toxic, dark, difficult times. And that's Scorpio's purpose, to reveal the gem through all of that hardship. There's something good inside of every dark shadow. There's still something good. Anyways, moving on to Sagittarius, your purpose for being. Why were you born? Have a Saggy rising. I'm pretty much case in point example. You were born to teach. You were born to preach. You were born to think of the hermit card, the old sage with the lantern in the dark, in the mountain, soul searching, seeking out the truth, always keeping hope alive, even through hard times, much like Scorpio, but expressing the truth and the light that you found to others. So Sag always has that, is represented by that bow and arrow, hitting the target, making the mark. So it's about being honest. Saggies tend to be very blunt, very honest, people. They are seekers of the truth. It's almost like they have a compass pointed towards the truth, or they're a magnet for the truth. So Vedic astrology, of course, not tropical. A lot of you guys will be like, I know my Saggy and tropical, and they're not like that. I'm not talking about tropical. I'm talking about Vedic sidereal. Anyways, so they do try to promote that truth and speak the truth. So the reason you were born is to preach and teach and bring truth to the forefront. The reason you're 1/7 Gemini communication is to communicate to the collective about what you know. And the 9th house in Saggy energy is about spirituality. So a lot of the reason you were born is to be spiritual in some sense, whether religious or spiritual. Two different things, but kind of on the same family. It's about spirituality, and it's about a deeper truth to life. Higher education, not college education, but higher education. Knowledge about, biblical things, knowledge about spiritual things, knowledge about life after death kind of things. So the reason you were born is to teach about that. And also, because you're going to be a teacher, a lot of the reason you were born is to learn all of those things. So you will learn all of those things as a Saggy rising. That is your path. That is the reason you are here, is to go down that road. Okay? So that can help you find some of your purpose. Anyways, we're going to get into Capricorn, and then I'll stay on track with the life purpose thing. Capricorn. Hi, Chihuahua. Wow, I feel like you're describing me. Oh my God. Jessica, thank you. Thank you so much for that compliment. I appreciate that. It's nice to get good feedback when I'm sitting here yakety yakking. Okay. Yeah, Scorpios die to self. Sagittarius is sacrifice self for others. Very Jesus, very Buddha. Sacrifice self so others can gain. That's why Ketu co-rules Saggy. Okay, so getting into Capricorn. Capricorn, Rahu. Please give me a card for Capricorn and Rahu in the first house. Capricorn and Rahu. Lord Jesus. Okay. So we have here, I don't have words. Capricorn and Rahu is obviously meant to be very emotional. Why would Capricorn rising be very emotional? Because there's a lot of family drama. Capricorn rising or ascendant with Rahu is ultra focused and dedicated on financially supporting a family, making enough money to provide good money, having a job, having purpose and a career, having a reputation for themselves, all at the same time, maintaining a home, which needs love, emotions, nourishment, spirituality. Hello, Cancer, 175. But Ketu's in Cancer in the 7th house for a Capricorn Rahu ascendant. Okay? So this person is struggling with Rahu because Rahu is making them really want to focus on money. Lots and lots of money. But money doesn't buy happiness. This is the case of Mr. Scrooge. I like to think of Mr. Scrooge from the Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol. That's the Scrooge I like to watch. So Mr. Scrooge from the Christmas Carol, Scrooge McDuck, puts off having a family, puts off having kids, because Ketu in Cancer is loss of wife, spouse, husband, family, children, and home. And it's focus on career. This person may want to live at their job. This person's shadow energy is going to obsess about money, have fear about not having enough money, and all the while having all this money, bags and bags of money like Scrooge McDuck, not feeling satisfied. It's never enough. It's never going to get you happy. The karma with this is crazy, right? Yeah, so there you go. In a nutshell, money doesn't buy you love. Money can't buy love. So this, the karma here with the Capricorn and Rahu ascendant is you're going to always be frustrated thinking that you can buy them a car, buy them a house, buy them jewelry, buy them a ring, buy them a nice home, buy, spend on your lovers. Because Ketu in Cancer. Even spending a lot of money on your mother. But your mother never gives you the love that you wanted. You might always do nice things for your mother, buy her nice things, give to your mother nice things, hold your mother in a nice light. But she always, Ketu Cancer, cuts it off. It's never enough. No. You know, always maybe criticizing you. Criticizing all the nice things you do. And then, you know, spouses, same thing. You know, the appreciation is not much. Because they want something else from you. They want you to not work as many hours. They want you to not make a name or reputation for yourself. They want you to be quiet, be humble, be less fortunate with money, and be at home and happy with little. But that's not who you are. Sorry, I yelled. They have a hard time loving you for who you are, which is someone that was born. Now, let's talk about Capricorn. Why was Capricorn born? Cappy rising. To make a name for themselves. Cappy rising. Not sun. Okay? To make a name for themselves. Of course, I follow Vedic, so if you want to follow tropical sun, I don't care. It's your world. But Cappies were born to make a reputation and make money for themselves and do it well. But your counterparts don't care about that. Your counterparts care about emotions, love, things you can't buy. But the way you express love is through buying nice things. I bought you this nice home because I love you. Kids, you have these video games. You have this nice bed. You have good shoes. You have wonderful food in the fridge to eat. I cook for you. I clean house for you. I love you. These languages of love, right? And the kids are like, but you don't spend time with me. You send me to all these things and buy me all these things. You don't spend time with me. So what happens to Capricorn? Rising. They lose the love. Ketu, Cancer. They lose the love of the people they work the hardest for. Sad. Very sad. For some people, in a more malefic sense, it could be Scrooge, that just focused on money and didn't care about family. So for some people, that is the case. They just don't care about family. They just want money and they just want to be at work. For some people, that is absolutely the case. And I'm sorry if that is. But for other people that are more normal, possibly, maybe they don't have a Rahu Capricorn. But Capricorn's, reason for being is to provide with the action and the love language of providing and supporting. They are the cardinal of the they are the cardinal of the element Earth, which means they are the leader for Earth signs, which is stability, cultivation, support, structure, and financials and physical world, adjusting, balance and support. So yeah, if you're born a Cappy rising, you were born to do that. But I think here, especially with this Capricorn with a Rahu, we do have somebody like Scrooge that maybe loves work more than they love their family. And that could totally be a toxic shadow side of Rahu and Capricorn. You're very, very, very good at making money. But you're also very good at being alone and full of regrets and remorse about the love situations you passed, the time you didn't spend with those you love, and now you're alone. So that could be the malefic energy. To be, honest, point blank, it is what it is. Rahu with Capricorn in the first house. Yeah, there's going to be regrets. There's going to be a lot of regrets and focus for you, sadness, that you are more involved in career and reputation and financials than you are with family and relationships. So, Capricorn, solemn moment. That's kind of a hard one, but not too much. You obviously, it's pretty fast. You know why you're born. You know what you need to do. By the time you're over 36, Saturn's matured and you've grown and experienced loss of relationships and loss of years and time with family. Maybe and hopefully by then, and as you grow older, you'll learn from those situations and you will definitely try to pull yourself away from your obsession, which is work and money, and put yourself in the environment of family more. And believe me, even though I don't follow tropical, I follow Vedic only, but I'm a Saggy in Vedic and a Capricorn in tropical. I have to be honest and have a confession for you. I don't have Rahu in the first. It's Ketu, but same shit almost. I'd still have an obsession with work. I have a strange obsession. And I go long, long hours and I'm really, really into it. And I super focus and I super study and I super overdo myself. And I always have this obsession. And I don't think it has so much with what I said about Rahu with Cappy, but Cappy in general as the first house. Even in tropical, I have to admit that I enjoy what I do and I enjoy work. Not everybody enjoys that. I love numbers and I love money. I'm not trying to be an asshole or a money hungry, greedy jerk, because I'm not. But I have to be honest with you. I am a money driven person. And I have learned to restrain myself for family, but it is hard. And even when I'm off of work and I'm away from this camera and I clock out, I'm still thinking about work. That is the obsession. I try not to, but even when I'm on vacation, I'm going to be thinking about work. I'm going to be working on vacation. You already fucking know it. And that's that Cappy and Tropical. But you guys are still going to see me every day, most every day on this vacation. And I know you all like, Steph, take a break. No. I need to work. I like to work. Work is good for me. It relaxes me. I almost feel like work is my time. Because I'm mom all other moments of time. So work is my time. So I found a beautiful relationship with my work. Even when I had other jobs, I loved my work. Whether I worked at a daycare or, working in apartments, working in real estate, working in sales, I loved my work. I made it fun. I love talking to people. I just love it. So anyways, Capricorn, we are going to move on. But I hope this presented a big enough picture for the Cappy in the first with Rahu. There is going to be malefic energy on, you think I'm bad on my obsession with work. If you think I'm bad from what I've described to you about how I kind of have an obsession with work, I don't even have a Rahu in my Capricorn. And I'm a Capricorn tropical, so I'm like on the mild side of Capricorn energy. Very mild. I'm mild. You want the hot sauce? You're going to go find a Capricorn in Vedic. That's the thickness. And you want even more super extra hot sauce? That's a Capricorn on steroids with Rahu. I'm just the mild version, baby. And you know how much I like to work. Look at my videos. This, hunty, Capricorn with Rahu in the first house is on steroids. Buff. They love to work. They might be married to their job. Yeah, and we're talking about Capricorn in the first. Yeah. So there can very much, if you know a Capricorn out there that has Rahu in their first house in Vedic, honey, you just met the thickness, the intensity of a workaholic, of someone that is in love with their job and married to what they do, period. They love the money. They love greed. They love to earn a dollar. They love to make that money, period, honey, period. Exquisitely divine. And they will suffer in their relationships. So, like I said, after the age of 36, it's going to be easier and hopefully you'll have matured at some sense, but maybe not. It's always dependent on you, on how you want this to affect you. My brother is a Sagittarius. All he do is work. He loves to work. Yeah, boot, girl, boy, I love to work, man. I love it. Oh, I love to work. It's so crazy, but I love what I do. Obviously, if I didn't love what I do, I wouldn't be here for hours. So anyways, that's that. The good parts about Capricorn and Rahu is good money. Really good money and a lot of success. You are going to be one successful little puppy with Rahu and Capricorn. You will travel. You will have money. You will have support. You will have fine, nice things. You will take care of your family. You will not worry. You will not worry about money. That is the good energy of Rahu and Capricorn. Bad news, relationships will suffer. Anyways, let's move on. We're almost done. We're getting into Aquarius. Aquarius with Rahu in the first house. Aquarius with Rahu in the first house. God dang, look at this long ass video, 154 minutes. Good God. Thank God I had coffee. Okay. Rahu, Aquarius, first house. Rahu and Aquarius. First house, please. Revealed to me through the cards. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. See. You're right, Steph. Spot on. Okay, thank you, Boot. Aquarius. Oh, boy. Getting intense now, aren't we? You guys are going to have a lot of broken hearts. It goes without saying with this tarot card. The reason you're going to have a lot of broken hearts is because of a coldness. You might break a lot of hearts as well. You might have broken hearts, but you may also break hearts. I personally think for an Aquarius, it's the latter, but it doesn't have to be. I have an aunt who's an Aquarius, and she doesn't break nobody's hearts, but they break hers. So like I said, it could be reverse. But she's also not an Aquarius rising with a Rahu in the first. This is very different than just my aunt being an Aquarius sun. This is very different. So Aunt Teresa, if you're watching, this does not relate to you. This does not relate to you. This is specifically Aquarius first house only. That's it. Exquisitely only. First house with Rahu only. This is going to be the energy. Why would this be difficult? Because in your 7th house of Leo, you have Ketu, which kind of represents the sword. So your relationships are going to be cut from you. Your sex, your passion, your romance, your fun, your pleasure, cut. And because of Aquarius in the first, that person has a lot of friends, probably with benefits, which is why you go through a lot of third-party situations. So you might have a lot of infidelity. You might be having a partner that has a lot of infidelity for you, and that's heartbreaking. So you're going to experience infidelity somewhere, okay, with this placement. And your partner doesn't want to have sex with you, doesn't want to be intimate, doesn't want to have fun with you. Your partner thinks you're not fun. Your partner thinks you're rigid, distant, cold, and far away. Now, the best karma you can get out of this is maybe you and your lover are miles apart. You guys may be 2,000 or more miles away from each other. And that may be the only reason that there is no sex, no intimacy, no pleasure, no closeness. It may just be a long distance relationship, but that's only as good as it gets. That's as good as it gets. The worst is you feel 1,000 miles apart from your partner, even if you're in the same bed. The worst is they want to sleep in a different room and they don't want to sleep with you. That's sad. That's why I said you may either have a broken heart or they may have a broken heart. The other karma could be related to children. You may have lost children at birth or miscarriage, or maybe a violent act if there's Mars or Saturn aspecting that Ketu. Could be, especially if it's in the 5th house with Leo in the 7th, could be. So there's a strange loss with children. You may never have children. This may be the case of someone that doesn't ever have children and grows up and feels brokenhearted that they never had children. Maybe they couldn't have children, but there's a heartbreak. I think, to be honest, I think there's something to that. I think there's something to Ketu in the 7th house, in the sign of Leo, some loss of children. Maybe your ex takes the kids. Maybe your kids don't want to be near you. Maybe you can't have kids, but there's a loss. Very heartbreaking, okay? And the same with your intimacy. Like you just grow very cold, or they grow very cold to you in intimacy. But with Aquarius, it's an air sign. It's all about science. It's all about deep thoughts. It's about travel. It's about groups and big communications. You guys may be able to communicate with the world, but you can't communicate to your partner. Everyone else may understand you, but they don't understand you. The other sad thing here is you're actually very good in bed. Your past life, Ketu in the 7th, you had an excellent sex life, an excellent marriage, and you had a lot of fun in relationships. That was your past. So the sad thing is you're actually very good at all of those things. But the reality in this life is it couldn't be further from you. So you're always going to have that desire. The desire to have it. But at the same time, you're going to constantly want to let go of relationships and let go of family and focus on career. A little bit like Capricorn. Focus on traveling for work, career with work, keeping busy with work. Having friendships, having dates, dinner dates with, you know, family, friends, just having plans, having a calendar. What?
Just want to let you know that I already did something that you told me to do, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I'm just curious, should I be sleeping in like daytime clothes since we're going to be going in the morning, or what?
You're fine.
Okay. And
I told you to shower.
I did.
Okay, I told you to shave.
Did not do that yet.
Yeah. Go take care of that.
Alright, well, see you.
See you.
And actually, you know what, never mind, it's probably fine. It's
Okay.
probably okay. Alright, bye.
Bye. So anyways, it's pretty sad, this Aquarius energy. I don't even have anything to compare this with. What the freaking heck? Anyways, I think this reading made me feel very sad and very, very solemn. Capricorn and Aquarius both have a very sad relationship life, and it does have something to do with career, reputation, and work. For Aquarius, it has something to do with a lot of traveling. I do believe for Aquarius in the first house with Rahu, you do an excessive amount of travel. I have known some people to work, you know, for TikTok or work for Instagram and travel the globe and promote places to travel. I don't know. I guess people make money doing that. I have never heard of it. I don't really know how to do it, but I've seen it. And I guess they make pretty good money. I don't know how they get into that. That would be an awesome field. But the Aquarius positivity for Rahu in the first house in Aquarius is, even though your relationship life seems to completely suck, and let's just move on from that, at least you get to find some pleasure in traveling this globe we like to call Earth. So on the positive side of Aquarius and Rahu, because damn, I was searching for a positive side, we have someone that loves to travel, different countries, different places. They get to make money and really enjoy themselves abroad. So we have somebody that, you know, knows a lot of foreign places, somebody that would also be very linguistical. Stop that! So we have somebody that might be able to speak multiple different languages. Someone that can speak Mandarin, someone that can speak Japanese, someone that can speak, you know, Spanish, someone that can speak French. You know, we have a very well-traveled person. And Aquarius is very smart. We also have someone, you know, I think that's very adept for life on wheels or life in a plane, just life mobile. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if linguistical is a word. Markers, you making fun of me, boy. You know I make shit up. I don't know, man. I make up my own words. I should have my own dictionary. Sorry, but yeah, I use that word. They have a lot of, what's another word? Language blessings. I don't know. They're blessed with language. I don't know. I don't know the right words. I don't know. Linguistical is the only word I could think of. Yeah, so this person is a master of linguistics. Okay, so anyways, this Aquarius and Rahu could be very much like that. A little bit like Gemini. And, you know, to say a Gemini rising or first house Gemini with Rahu, I forgot to mention for Gemmy Jams, you guys are also very linguistical, okay? So you guys also get to have the ability to communicate well with lots of other languages. But I would say more so Aquarius. So Aquarius has more of that ability, especially since they're not preoccupied with relationships. They find other things to occupy their time. Stop jumping! Stop jumping! Okay, I think we're good. I'm done. I'm ready to end this. They are blessed with the gift of gab. Okay, all right. Rahu makes sure. Rahu's like, we're going to make the most of this mess. We're going to travel, see the world. We're going to talk to lots of people. We're going to have lots of friends. You know who? You know, okay. I finally got an example for the Aquarius. You guys know I like to give examples. You know that woman on Eat, Read, Love? No, that's not it. That's not it. Eat, Pray, Love, the movie with Julia Roberts. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. Eat, Pray, Love. It's a movie. She meets this blonde woman. Because Aquariuses always have this weird age thing. Aquariuses always have a weird age thing. Either they're, I don't know, they're just weird. Especially with Rahu. You're either going to be an old Aquarius with no kids, an old Aquarius that lost kids, or an old single Aquarius that never got married, or an old single Aquarius with a younger boyfriend or girlfriend. Like, Aquarius always has this weird age thing. Like, it's always something. It's like, you're how old and what? You know, it's just an Aquarius thing. You know? Or they get old and they just do their own spiritual journey alone. You know? So Aquarius always has this weird thing. But with Rahu, it's even more weird. It's just more weird. And so who stuck out to me for Aquarius was that blonde woman from Eat, Pray, Love. And she was Julia Roberts' friend. Oh, no, it's not Eat, Pray, Love. It's Under the Tuscan Sun. Sorry, my bad. Wrong movie. The movie is called Under the Tuscan Sun with Diane Lane. Anyways, Under the Tuscan Sun, she has this older friend who's like 20 years older than her. And she looks divine and exquisite. She looks 30 years younger than her age. She dates younger men. She's a, you know, a little sexual little goddess, but she's single. And she doesn't have a lot of partners. She's sexual, but she's not intimate. Thank you, Angel Blue, for the $19.99 on the super chat. Thank you so much. So in the movie, I didn't see her having sex with people. I guess maybe one time, but it was rare. She was more so off in her own world. Eating ice cream, traveling, wearing fancy clothes. You know, because Aquarius is 1/7 is Leo. So past life is fashion. fashion and beauty and sex and like, you know, just think France and Italy, like, you know, beauty, exquisite love, romance, like that's your past life. You struggle with it this time, but hey, at least past life you had it good. So it's natural to you to be a beautiful, attractive person, even when you're older. So I guess the right thing to think of with Aquarius, with Rahu, is somebody weird like her, where you might move to a foreign land, because that blonde woman was not from Italy. She was from somewhere else. She moved to Italy, far, far away from home, which is a totally Aquarius thing, with Rahu, planted her feet there, lived abroad, spoke different languages, lived single, was older, didn't have children toting around. She didn't have an ex. She was just in her own world, in her own life. And somehow she had the money to do it, which is another Aquarius blessing. You know, usually, you know, you're blessed with some kind of financial something. Well, with Rahu anyways. So yeah, anyways, that's who I thought of for the Aquarius Rahu person in the first house. So there might be some kind of good news about being older and eccentric and odd and traveling. And even though you're alone and you don't have a lot of those things with you and you've had a heartbreaking, you know, romance, you're still a happy individual. You're still out there enjoying what God has to offer on this earth. Okay? So you'll find something to do, something to be, somewhere to be happy, even though, you know, the relationships may be lacking. Okay? So anyways, let's move on. Now we're last, Pisces ascendant. So it could be a moon, could be a rising. It's first house Pisces. But you got to have Rahu in the first house. That's the trick with these readings right now. Okay, so you got to have Rahu, first house, Pisces. If you don't have Rahu in the first, this isn't going to count. You can't just say, I have Pisces in my rising or Pisces in my moon, but do you have Rahu? No. Okay, then this doesn't count, but you can watch anyways. It's still fun. Spirit, please guide me and direct me to a message for Pisces with Rahu in the first house. Show me Pisces with Rahu in the first. Virgo in the 7th with Ketu. Nine of Swords. Funny how Virgo Hermit is your 1-7 and there it is in the bottom. Okay. Isolation. In the dark. Pisces, Rahu, first house, someone likes to be alone. Someone really likes the quiet. We have a night owl, ladies and gentlemen. We have someone that breaks tradition. We have an ultra spiritual person, ultra spiritual, but we probably have a psychic medium. I know this is the good shit. This is a good one. So if you have a Rahu and Pisces first house, you definitely can hear or see spirits. You may be a medium, being able to be channeled through the dead. Psychic abilities, duh. It's like a given with Pisces and Rahu in the first. It's like, okay, why was I born? Okay, why were you born? To be spiritual. To be a spiritual weirdo. You know that woman on Harry Potter? She was the psychic teacher. She had the crystal ball class and the tarot class and the tea leaf reading class. That woman, you know, there's a meme about that woman from Harry Potter. She's got the blonde hair and the big googly eyes with the glasses. And it's like, yes, I said fairies. Did I fucking stutter? You know, that's Pisces Rahu, like with the big googly eye glasses and the wild hair and the, you know, the charms in her hair and, you know, totally psychic, reading tea leaves and like just all up in the magic, you know, all up in the mysticism and spirituality and mediumship and magic. Yeah, that's Rahu and Pisces. And it's like, yeah, the fairies are going to come down and help you and the unicorns are coming to their rescue at 7 o'clock. That is after the centaur shows up in your dreams and delivers a message from the raven that was released from this cage in freaking, you know, some secret place in another dimension. Did I stutter? You know, they look at you like, does this not make sense to you? So yes, we have a very eccentric spiritual person. Very eccentric. It could be extreme. We could have someone really extreme, like Buddha. We could have someone who detaches from their castle, from their palace, from their wife, from their children, from their money, from their friends, from their family, and completely lose their name. They don't even want a name. They just want to be out in the middle of nowhere. I am spiritual, blah, blah, blah. That's who I am. You know, I am a being of light. I don't have a name. Like that's super eccentric for Rahu and Pisces. Like, you know, when Jim Carrey was asked, you know, at the red carpet, whatever, you know, what are you wearing? And he's answered some weird question. He's like, I am not wearing anything. I am a you know, whatever being, you know, I am a soul with an experience. I'm not a being, or, you know, I don't know what his comment was, but it was like that. And that would be the eccentricness of this Rahu in Pisces in the first house. The reason you were born was to be ultra spiritual. However, because Rahu is confusion, Rahu is a shadow, an eclipse, a malefic. And yes, he takes you into the occult, and yes, he has you obsessed, but there's also fear. So you might have someone that's a little too cuckoo. They don't know when to call it quits. They don't know when enough is enough. They don't know when the voice is a spirit or a voice in your own head, because maybe you suffer from schizophrenia and they can't tell the difference between reality and not reality, because Rahu can be malefic and confuse somebody like that. So you might have someone that suffers from a mental illness. On the other hand, you might have someone that's super spiritual beyond your knowing. That is not, they haven't lost it, but they're so eccentric and so out there, it's hard to take them serious. It's hard to believe they know what they know. And you're just like, wow, I don't know what to believe. I don't know if you're extremely gifted, or I don't know if you're extremely crazy. So people are going to question your stability. And so this is probably why you spend a lot of your time alone, because you feel people just don't get you. Because it's either one way or the other. They just don't get you, and you'd rather just be alone. Because then you don't have to be judged. Because Virgo, your 1-7, is looking at you. And that's Ketu. And people are like, you don't have a real job. You need to actually have a real job. Like, what is this spiritual thing you're doing? And you're just like, you know what? You don't even understand. This is just an experience. My soul is going to leave this planet and be somewhere else. This, whatever you want me to do to fit into society and fit your roles, is not real to me, because I'm already living my next life. I'm already starting to begin my next life before I've even begun. Sorry. So you know what I mean? This person's already wanting to get on that bandwagon for the next life, the departed, the end, that's Pisces, it's the last. And we have someone that's already disconnecting. This is disconnecting. And then we have 9-9, finish, end. Yeah, we have someone disconnecting from this world and going into the next already while they're still in this body. And Rahu wants you to do that. Rahu, for some reason, why you were born was to go ahead and do this. Get into that spiritual role. See what happens. And Ketu says, no, just be more grounded. Be more down to earth. Get into reality. Live a normal life. And your lovers and your friends and family, they're all normal. You're the oddball, the black sheep of the family. Everyone else couldn't be more normal. Your husband may work at a bank, your wife may work at a school as a teacher, your spouse may be in the military, or your spouse may be a lawyer, or something very stable, grounded, maybe a doctor. And here you are. in the forest meditating naked in the moonlight. You know? And yeah, people are like, oh my God, what's wrong with your person? Yeah, people are telling that to your person, and you know, your person's like, you know, I don't know, man. Thank you, Jeff Ramos, for saying I'm appreciated. Thank you so much. So in Cash App, thank you for that beautiful Cash App. So yeah, your people are just like, you know, I don't know what's wrong, but they don't understand, you know, and like I said, it's going to be tough for you to differentiate what's real and what's not real. You're going to have to get some kind of grounding. You're going to have to find some balance between super, 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 ultra, ultra, ultra spiritual and disconnected and reality. You're going to have to find some center. And so, like I said, the maleficness of it, at some point when you're over the age of 36, when Saturn matures, when Rahu matures, this will tone down. So this is someone that is going to, you know, mature later in life and just chill out their wildness, you know, and get a little bit more grounded, okay? Maybe a lot more grounded, and be able to tell the truth from the lies. Maybe someone that's going to be able to conquer their karma. What if you can't conquer your karma? What if you came here to learn to be super spiritual and you can't find balance? Well, then that's just what happens. If you can never find balance and you can never ground yourself and you're in some kind of an energy like that, then you will leave this earth like that. You will end. And when you come back, you're probably going to have to conquer some energy like that again, you know, because the lesson must still be learned. It's not finished till it's finished. Whether your body gives out in this life or not, your soul's lessons, your soul's spiritual energies, they're not going to be done till they're done. It doesn't matter the body you're in, the vehicle you're in, you're still going to have to complete that journey. And down here, it's all about the journey. It's all about that spiritual journey. So yeah, for a Pisces and Rahu, it's all about that spiritual journey and learning to find balance and master that. Learning to know what are demons and what are falsities and what are fantasies and fears and illusions and what is real. Learning to, you know, just have some self-control and some balance. Yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, there you go, guys. I already said the life purpose for Pisces. Why you were born is to be a spiritual person, to enlighten others, to complete karma. One of the reasons you were born is to complete some kind of karma. Yeah, that's it. I think I'm done. I really am. Do you guys have any other questions on the energies? I will be finishing this kind of a series, I guess. It turned into a really big series. I didn't mean to. I thought, can you believe that I actually thought this was going to be one video to cover Rahu through all the signs? Jeez, I was playing myself. Or no, Rahu through all the houses. That's what I meant. I can't, because as I go through Rahu through all the houses, I got to go through Rahu through all the houses, through all the signs in those houses. And that's where it gets crazy. But I'm proud of myself. I completed Rahu in the first house through all the Zodiac signs. And I'm proud of myself. It took 2 videos. You know, I think it took like 5 hours. But it's done. Okay? And I'm glad. And you know, the first house is always the hardest because it's about self. It's the most important house of the entire birth chart. It is the #1 most important house. So I probably went a little bit longer in this, you know, part 1 series than I will in the rest. You know, in the rest, I am going to try to shorten it down to just 1 video per house. And I'll do a better job. And it will be 2 hours or less, most likely. So I am going to do better on those. But we got through the hardest part, the biggest chunk. Rahu taught me a good lesson. Sometimes you bite off more than you could chew. Here's my lesson. Texas built. Steph, thanks for the great teachings you've shared. Safe travels and be blessed. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you. I'm going off on a trip. Guys, I'm excited. I'll still see you on the trip. I'll still see you. Okay? It's going to be fun. for me and my kids. I'm going to try to make the most of it. I'm super excited. It's been years since I've traveled anywhere, so I'm really happy. You guys are so welcome. Before you guys go, for those of you that still want to watch, I'm just going to pull a couple cards because you guys are such a good sport from the DM. So I'm going to use these, just a couple cards so you guys can know what your DM is thinking about as you guys go to bed. Have a little last night cap, a little nightcap after this video. If you guys, a little bonus just for you guys. I bet everyone else will shut it off by now if they're coming in this video later. But a little bonus for you. You lucky people that sit here till the end. Transformation Queen. What about Gemini, Rahu in the 12th house, Steph? You don't have to go deep. Oh, Transformation Queen, girl, I'm going to get to that. I am. I'm going to get through all the signs, through all the houses with Rahu. So don't you worry, girl. I may even go reverse. Probably I will go reverse and go into Pisces, 12th house. Because Rahu and Ketu, they're always in retrograde. They don't go forward like the other planets. Rahu and Ketu always go retrograde. So I may very well go retrograde in honor of Rahu and Ketu. Just to honor their energy. Kind of get more channeled with them. So, girl, just hang on because the next part of this series is going to be the 12th house. Through the signs with Rahu. So hang on to your little buttons. Okay. Let's get a message from your DM, my ladies and gents. What is your DM thinking of you right now? As we speak. What are they thinking right this very moment, if they're awake or dreaming? How about that? Who gives a shit if they're awake? They could be dreaming or awake. What the hell are they thinking? What are you thinking, DM? All right. I'm going to go ahead and take 2 for that. Okay, I'm going to take 3 for that. What are you feeling, DM? What are you feeling for your DF right now as I speak? What are you feeling? What are you feeling, DM? All right. Okay. Probably sex. Someone said. Transformation Queen. Bottom of the deck. From the DM to you. Channeled message. I feel the love you send me. And thank you for always forgiving me when my ego acts up. I do love you so much. Aww. Thank you. A little bow. Thank you, Divine Feminine, for forgiving me. Even though my ego is a little shit. And I piss you off every day, left and right, reading after reading, and I'm a little shit. Thank you so much for forgiving me for all these times that I know my ego's in the way, and I've been silent, or I've been distant, or I've been disrespectful or destructive of our relationship. Just thank you for understanding me as cuckoo as I am, and forgiving me. Okay, because I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over here. You're welcome. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. All right, let's get into the thoughts. Boom, boom, boom. Fast, Stephanie, so we can end this reading. I've tried to move on, girl, boy, with others, but I can't forget about you. I can't forget about you, child. You're the one. You're that one. You are that one. That it doesn't matter who I've ended up with, who I've tried to move on with, how I've tried to move on, and get the hell away from this crazy-ass connection. I can't. Next, I despise others. I'm so sick of this card. I want to burn this card. I don't like this card, but whatever. I despise others giving you the attention I know I should. My pride stands in the way. What you resist persists. So we definitely have someone that's a little jealous that there's other people that would do right by you. Other people that would step up, take you out, treat you right, call you, text you, come see you, be present, be that, lover, be that father to your kids or that mother to your kids, or be that best friend, you know, be that partner. This person is jealous and despises other people because it makes them hate themselves for not being able to stand up in that energy. They're like, I wish I was in that energy, but I'm not. Okay, the next one about thoughts is, you're the best lover I've ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. No, 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 you're the best I ever had. So in their head, you know, they just can't, girl. And it's all in my head. I'm thinking about it over and over again. And I can't keep thinking of you with him. And it hurts so bad. It's all in my head. That's what I'm hearing from Nelly. Or who is it? Yeah. Nelly and the country singer, whoever the hell it was. I think about you over and over again. I can't keep picturing you with him. And it's all in my head. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing. If you guys don't know that song, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm hearing. It's Nelly, and it's, I don't even know the name of the song, okay? But you can look it up. It's with a country singer. Okay, I don't know the name. That's that person. That's that shit right there. They are trying to move on, but they just can't. They know that if they're not with you, you're going to be with somebody else, and they can't stand that. Okay, so what's in their head is, I want to be the one for you, but I know I can't be right now because my energy's all screwed up. So I guess you in a pickle. I guess you in a pickle, DM. What energy are you in? Boom, what is it? Oh, High Priestess in reverse. In reverse. Coming out of hiding. Your secrets are exposed. But you a dirty liar. When you got the High Priestess in reverse, come on, don't be mad. But you a dirty lie. Okay? We have a dirty liar right here that, you know, Scorpio, Gemini vibes, right? Even Pisces vibes. You tried like hell to keep some shit hidden to yourself, but you can't. The truth always comes out. I mean, it's always going to come to the light. Believe me, what you say in the dark, what you say behind closed doors will be shouted from the rooftops at some point. So there is some hidden feelings and thoughts that, and I'm just going to say, you know, it's all of the above, feelings and thoughts, that is coming to the surface. And that is the energy you are in. Those feelings are bubbling up. We have Hanged Man. You are just waiting. You're not even acting right now. You are in stuck mode. You cannot move until you wake up. Spirit has put you in the position of sacrifice. Surrender. Or else. Own up to your feelings or else. There you go. Nelly and Tim McGraw. All in my head. There's the song. Nelly, Tim McGraw, all in my head. So masculine, Spirit, Jupiter actually, a lot of Jupiter reasons. For some reason, Jupiter thought you needed to learn a little lesson about honesty because you would dirty lie. Jupiter's like, you ain't going nowhere, okay? You ain't really going nowhere until you surrender to this. In fact, how about this? You're not going to have any peace in your mind, your thoughts, your dreams. You ain't going to have no peace until you surrender to me, Divine Spirit, and you listen to your intuition and stop fucking pushing that shit away. Because more than anything, what is happening to the DM is intuition. Sorry for all the clapping. I'm just excited. It's the coffee. The intuition of this divine masculine is just like, hello, you love the girl. You love the boy. Why you running? Why you running? Well, but no, why you running? Okay? Anyways, that's the kind of energy that we have here. And Spirit's like, no, you know, your answers suck. They're not good enough. Your excuses, your lies, your bullshit. Okay, here's the excuses. Well, we can't make it work. We live too far apart. This is the door slam. No, fuck that. Try again. Well, we're not on the same page. It's been years since we spoke. No, fuck that. Try again. Well, we don't have the same spiritual outlook. We are just not on the same page. We're not the same kind of couple. We can't get along. We can't live together because we just don't see things the same way. Nope, fuck that. Try again. Ah! We had too many problems. Why are you trying to make me feel something for someone I'm trying to close the door on? There was cheating, there was lies, there was deception, there was drama, there was all kinds of fucked up shit. We can't make this work. It's already fucked. It can't happen. There's so many reasons to name. No, fuck that. Try again. Ah, that's that shit right there. And so as many excuses as the DM's trying to spit out. It can't work. It can't work. It can't work. It can't work. No, fuck that. Try again. Because the intuition's like, no, you ain't going nowhere until you have the right answer. Sorry. Sorry. I guess you're just going to get stuck in your head because it's all in my head. I can't keep, Yeah. I guess it's going to be all in your head until you figure this shit out and actually listen to your intuition. Because what is your intuition telling you? I guess you should start listening because right now you turn the volume off on your intuition, DM. All the way down, silent. We got mute going on here. What are you, mute? We may even have a mute. I feel like Tyler's tarot right now. I'm so blunt and rude. I'm so sorry. I love you though, Tyler. I do. But listen, for real. Listen, Linda. Yeah, this person hit the mute button and they're no talking. Because this is no talking. No bueno. I'm not going to do shit. And Spirit's like, fine, you stubborn ass. Don't do shit. Go ahead. Stay there. I don't care. But you gonna be there for a while. Because as you all know, and maybe you're new to tarot, honey, this is a long ass time. You can't go anywhere until you wake up. Until you are enlightened. Until you listen to your intuition. Until you see things from a different perspective. Because as long as you want to stay stuck and focused on a negative ass perspective, that's how long you're going to stay stuck in this all in my head energy. Okay? You want to be all up in your head? Go be all up and through in your head. Enjoy it. I hope it tastes good. I hope it feels good. I hope it sounds good. Because you're going to be there. You better get comfortable. You made your bed. Now you're going to lie in it. It's all in my head. I can't keep... I know what's in your head. All right? And you ain't going to get this DF out of your head till you use your head. Use your intuition. Stop putting the mute button. Stop turning off your emotions too, because that's just a damn mess. Okay, we're going to get over here to your feelings because God knows everyone wants to know. We all up in your business, DM. You're the most popular one out of the whole group of readings. All the Zodiacs, the Divine Feminine, the Spiritual Journey, Astrology. You know who comes in #1 place? Divine Masculine readings. Everybody wants the Divine Masculine readings. So masculine, winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's why I got to, throw you up in the mix every now and then because you are the most desired. Just saying. What's going on in your feelings with your DF? Boom, boom, boom. How are you feeling about the DF? Don't hate my collective. Don't you hate on my collective. DM, in your heart of hearts, you have soulmate. We have a special connection, my love. We've done this before. You know it. And what? Next card. I do love you and want to spend time with you. You think? Okay, sorry, I'm being rude. But yes, you do want to spend time with your DF. And, hello, you love them. Enough said. You also have this pitiful bullshit card. You're better off without me for now. You're better off. Oh. Are we going to have the pity trip? Mr. Victim. Mrs. Victim. Whoever this DM is. Are we going to go there? I know. What are you? A Scorpio Rahu in the first? What is this? Are you Saggy? You a Saggy Rahu in the first? Just kidding. Just having fun. Seriously though. Yeah. So we have this little victim mentality. Okay. You know, Eeyore. Oh. Okay. Lord. What is this energy that this masculine is in right now? Okay. Damn. Boom. Boom. I lied about wanting to have a family with you, King of Wands. I actually really wanted a family with you. I really wanted to get married to you, but I ran away from that shit. I really wanted to be in union. We have 11-11, twin flames. We have spiritual soulmates in bond and union. And this person's 7 of Swords, that shit. Libra vibes. We have Leo, Libra all up in this house today. Over here in the feelings. And we have an authority issue because of King of Wands. Oh, fuck yes. Freaking strength card. Don't. Please don't. This is a very egotistical Leo vibe. It is what it is. And yes, there is a dash of Libra. A little sprinkle. Okay? We have someone with an ego issue. Too proud. We even had that somewhere. Yep, pride stands in the way. Okay? Don't tell me this ain't no Leo shit. So anyways, we have the stand that's like, you know what? I am trying to control the situation. Respect my authority. Right? That Libra shit. That Leo shit, that Scorpio dominating shit, it's all there. Yeah, we have some, okay, why do you want control of the damn situation? Why do you want to control your feelings and control this union? Why are you running away? Because you feel like you need to run away, 7 of Swords. And you lying your butt off. What does it say, this pitiful thing? You're better off without me. For now, whatever. You just think that your DF is better off without you. Why? Because you're... The honest truth, this person is a liar. This person doesn't take responsibility. And this person is power hungry. And tries to control every aspect of his life or her life. This King of Wands. And this person needs to lose control. Remember, the Hanged Man is surrender. Surrender. Give it up. Give it to God. Give it to the universe. Use your intuition. Stop trying to control the situation. That's the lesson here, but that's what's going on with this person. So anyways, why are you trying to control the situation? Why are you trying to control the situation? I left when I saw you with someone. I knew exactly what I was doing. Someone cheated. 7 of Swords, betrayal, lies, deceit, and deception. Somebody cheated on someone. That's what I'm picking up. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about this reading. I'm the reader. You want a different reading? You do a different reading. This is my reading. This is how I feel with these cards. Somebody here cheated. I'm pretty sure it's the DM. I'm just going to put it out there like that. Sorry if you're sensitive. But yeah, there was a infidelity here, and they knew exactly what they were doing. This is that deceptive Libra shit right there, that two-face. I knew I was sneaking away. I knew I was doing the dirty. I knew I was trying to get away with that secret and sneak and creep. I knew it. Okay? That's why I'm trying to have control of the situation. But give me some truth, please, on the feelings that you're trying to suppress. Because this right here is suppression of the intuition and the feelings. So what are you trying to suppress? Like, what is the truth that you don't want to look at? Show me the truth that the divine masculine does not want to see. Ooh. Oh, damn. Finding out the truth crushed me. Well, let's just see what that truth is. And again, confirmation. Don't tell me I'm not reading this shit, right? I wonder if you are happy without me. Is this not the same shit? Tell me that's not the same shit. I think it's the same shit. Don't tell me these cards aren't preaching and teaching. And revealing the truth. All right? Yes. The truth is, you believe that your divine feminine is better off without you and your drama, period. You have a lack of self-worth, low confidence, even though you say you're all prideful. Bull. You lack that. There's something about you that you don't like, but you're not trying to look at that. Okay, so I'm about to just real quick here, dig a little deeper. I know, Stephanie, quit. You've been on this freaking video for hours. Go home, go to your kids, go to sleep, go get some shit done. Shush. This is my reading. Just sit back and relax and enjoy the reading, okay? I'll worry about myself and my nasty ass Rahu, okay? I'll worry about my own shit, okay? But anyways, just go with me on my obsession here. My obsession for the truth. True Saggy, killing it right now. Just killing it. And my Jupiter in a Scorpio. I hate to brag, but damn, you know, I make a damn good detective. Anyways, let's move on. What is your problem? Masculine, what is your problem? Someone's like, Stephanie, you have a bad ego. I know. I fucking know. I know. I'm working on it. What can I say? Adjacent possibilities. Okay. You don't think you are capable of more? Are you kidding me right now? There's no doors and windows of opportunities for me. I'm at a dead-end job. I'm this age and I haven't got shit. I've already reached the max. There's nothing else I can change or do. Life is what it is for me. It's not going to get any better. Hello, Eeyore. So, you know, you're better off without me, honey. You're just better. Because you can't be with me because I'm miserable. I'm negative. I don't have anything else to offer. You deserve better. You deserve more. Just get away from me. Tell me a little bit. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Wow. They think that you can have the world. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're charming. They think of this of you. Your DM's like, you can go have it all. Go get your 10 of Cups. I ain't got no 10 of Cups to give you. You need to go out there and get that shit. I don't have any other possibilities for you. You know what I got for you? 10 of Wands. A bunch of burdens. You don't want me. You want something else. Move on. 6 of Swords. Move on. Quick. That is so sad. You know, I'm just sitting here in this reading and I need to just quit by now, but you know me. You know, masculine, oh my God. Yo, oh my God. And the sad thing is most of the DMs don't watch my channel. They're like off in La La Land. They're just off somewhere. They're detached. They don't watch this channel. They don't watch tarot. They don't want to follow spirituality. You know, so talking to the DM is like talking to a brick wall. But if by some chance that there's a divine masculine watching this, and this is you and your energy, and you are pushing off the divine feminine because you don't think you have the goods for her or him, and you think they deserve better, well, honey, we have news for you. They are bonded to you. They are fated to you. They love you. They forgive you. All of that shit that you said over here, all that and some. They have been healing and meditating because of you. They've been growing because of you. Yeah, they do have all their shit together, most likely, because they've been working on it. And you know why they've been working on it? Because of you. Because of you inspiring them to go seek themselves. because of you pushing them into the spiritual journey. You unconsciously brought them so much happiness because you taught them self-worth and self-love. You actually did the most beautiful thing you could do for them. You gave them strength and stability to stand on their own 2 feet. That is the most beautiful gift they've ever felt. They are on cloud 9, and all they want is to feel complete with you. You see, the answers to your misery is to surrender. The answers to your misery is to let Spirit transform you. The answers to your I'm not enough is to just let go of this heavy, guilty burden and learn from something and move on from your past. Okay? If shit happened with the 7 of Swords, shit happened. They've already moved on. You see, the problem is they already moved on, 6 of Swords, from that event. That event and that shit already happened. Maybe many years ago. They're done with that shit. They don't even care. You're sitting here still tripping, you know, however much time later about something that been happened in the past that you think you're still stuck on, and you think they're still stuck on it, but that's not the truth. They've been moved on from there. They bettered themselves from there. They grew from there. You are stuck in the past. You got to let it go. Again, your answer to all your problems right now is just surrender. Quit fighting, quit resisting, and surrender. Remember, whatever you resist persists. Okay? Spirit, yeah, give this divine masculine some direction. What to do next? What to do next, masculine? Blossoming abundance, and bottom of the deck, angel of strength. Damn it, I don't want to read this shit so late, but I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. It's just gonna be an all-nighter for me at my house, not on the camera, just at the house. Okay, these are short anyways. Bonus. Increasing wealth and value, reverse. This card reveals a potential, masculine. Not a promise, but a potential. And it could be a decrease in money. Potential. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but it could be something that may happen. A decrease in money with the coins falling from the garden and out of sight. Sometimes when you receive this card in this position, it may feel as though cash is slipping through your fingers like water. While this might seem like an ongoing state of affairs, you can still turn things around. Be very conscious and responsible where money issues are concerned. Take action to plant new seeds. Stop staying stuck in the same energy. New seeds are needed. Nurture your financial garden with patience and clarity. This cycle will end when you stop being so stubborn and you surrender to this thing. And you will, in time, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Again, happiness is right around the corner. But see, you're going to be pressed hard on the cash when you're not surrendering to the divine purpose of your life. The more you resist, the more this persists. The more you focus on lack, the more you're going to have some lack. The more you think about cash slipping through your fingers like water, the more it's going to happen because that's your focus. The more you stay this negative energy, you're better off without me, the more you're in a low vibe, pity, victim mentality mood, that's what's going to happen. And you know, it's this vicious cycle, and it's a cycle that needs to end. Let the burden go, surrender your heart, listen to your intuition. I'm not saying you have to run into your feminine's arms tomorrow, but I'm saying stop the act. Drop the act like you don't care, because you do. Stop acting like you don't feel a thing for them, because you do. Stop thinking that this relationship is nothing more but basic, because you know that's bullshit. Stop pretending like they couldn't forgive you, because you also know that's bullshit. Stop living your lies. Stop pretending you don't see what you see and feel what you feel. When you drop the act, you're going to stop being stopped in abundance. A door will open. The adjacent possibilities that are closed to you right now will open, but you have to stop fighting this connection. And a lot of you guys have control issues, a strength card and the King of Wands. You want control of your life. You don't want to surrender to spirit or this connection because it doesn't go with what you said it needs to go with. Drop that shit too. Why do you have to make it so hard on yourself? Why do you have to beat yourself up in the corner? It's not like you're being forced. Negative, toxic, unhappy feelings. It's not like you're being forced a fake love that you don't want. You've convinced yourself you don't want it, but that's bullshit. You do want it. That's the truth. You just been so busy running from it, you almost want to convince yourself, Seven of Swords, that you don't want it. But the funny thing is, Spirit already knows what your heart of hearts really want. Ten of Cups, secret. Spirit already knows that shit. And that's why you can't hide. And that's why you're being forced to look at yourself and what you're burying. Yeah, because you want it. And all this other bullshit you're telling yourself every day and feeding others and feeding all this bullshit is all just bullshit. So don't sit here and act like I don't want this, I don't need this, blah, 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 blah. And don't tell me this ain't Leo. Don't tell me this ain't Leo. Check your Vedic. Check your Vedic. Please, don't come at me with that. Check it. Anyways, yeah. We're going to read Angel of Strength, number 50. What, you're going to wait till you're 50 plus before you figure this out? What, you need 50 more years? Personal power and inner strength. So here, reverse again. This card reversed indicates that you are not perceiving the truth of your own power, and perhaps you're even seeing yourself as a weak or ineffectual person. The situation you find yourself in with your DF may seem overwhelming, but you absolutely do have the strength to see it through and have a successful outcome. Don't fall victim to any of your old patterns and giving your power away as if you have no choice. When you let others define you or make decisions on your behalf because you're too weak, you take yourself out of the picture and out of your own destiny creation. Meditate on the brilliant, vibrating light of this angel and recall the eternal power that surges through your life. It's time for you to take back control. Interesting. And you know, I'm gonna move on from this reading tonight. It's too much for me. But you have obviously let other people tell you what the fuck to do because you feel weak. And the bell just rung. Time for me to go. But that's the truth. You have been influenced and belittled and told what to do. And you have people making decisions about where you go and who you speak to and what you do and where you can and cannot. You gave your power away. And at the same time, you are being an egotistical, power-hungry, controlling freak when it comes to your divine feminine. How is it you have so little power in reality and so much power subconsciously? You see, that is very unbalanced. You need to mesh those together, be an actual person, start to wake up. See the truth about what I'm talking about, what Spirit's trying to show you. See the truth about your intuition that you're not listening to, okay? So you can just wake up from this nightmare because that's kind of how it feels for you. And the only punishment that I really see happening for you is your paycheck. Sorry. You can hate me for this reading tomorrow. Hell, you can hate me for this reading now, if you're even watching. Because that I even doubt. I even doubt you're watching. But if you are, and God planted you here, this I'm not enough, self-worth, you can do better, you're better off and happy without me, baloney? Stop. How could you be so power hungry to control this connection, but at the same time let other people make decisions in your life and have no power? I'm very confused. And I hope you can find resolution. I hope you can leave this tumultuous, rapid, crazy waters for smoother ones, because this reading upsets my stomach. And I can only imagine the burden you're carrying, because I feel the burden of reading this message. And it feels like shit. So if I feel like shit reading this, you feel like shit. Period. Point blank, period. And, whenever you want to get out of this, that's you. That's you. But your happiness is waiting around the corner when you decide, when you actually decide to just start feeling and healing and listening to your higher self again, because damn, you know the truth, and you're a hot mess. I can't even believe you right now. I just can't even believe you right now. This is just ridiculousness and childishness, and grow up. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but this is just so sad. It's just so sad to see a beautiful connection get blown off like this. It's for me as a reader, I don't like doing those kinds of readings. I'd much rather have a happy outcome. I think it's about time that everyone has a happy outcome, because this stuck frustration bullshit just needs to go. I'm ready to clear the air and clear the energy. I just hope you wake up from this nightmare. I hope you wake up from the Hanged Man and really see a different perspective of this whole situation, because God knows you need it more than anything. God knows your partner deserves it more than anything. This is really too much. I'm going to go, guys. I love you. Long ass day. And I'm going to have a longer ass day tomorrow. Wish me luck. I'll probably see you the day after tomorrow. So remember, this love is a journey, not a destination. Just keep swimming. I hope you enjoyed this little, crazy moment of videos with Rahu, the unexpected surprise that Rahu bestowed upon us today in this unplanned Rahu reading. Pretty cool. Astrological look with a mixture of tarot through the signs. I think it was fun. And I look forward to doing the other houses. It's going to take some time. I'm not going to be able to go through all of them so quick. I still have the Zodiac signs to do. But it's going to be a very fun series, and I hope most importantly people get to learn about themselves and other people that they love that fall into that category of whatever's going on with Rahu. And I honestly hope that from these videos you learn to like Rahu. And at least appreciate him. You don't have to like him, but I hope you learn to appreciate what he wants to give you and appreciate the teachings through your hardships. I hope you can, be thankful for the spiritual lesson. And I hope that you can control Rahu much better by lessening the effects, by being someone that walks the journey and doesn't resist it. I hope that you're able to lessen the toxic effects that Rahu has on you and kind of impress Rahu with your growth and allow him to serve you in a way that's much more giving than hurting. And I hope you guys can develop a beautiful relationship with Rahu. Again, as I leave, if you guys want to take on some remedies to help your Rahu issue, because the first house is always the worst, go ahead and do mantras or meditations with Lord Shiva, Ganesha, or Vishnu. Anything to remove obstacles, okay? Go ahead and do that and find some peace. I love you guys. Be well, sleep well. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to donate to my channel or support my channel, please subscribe to my monthly subscription. You get a free monthly question. That's going to be announced here shortly, all the people that are on that list. It's a $22 value if you subscribe. And you get to ask a question for yourself, which is fun. And you're going to get to see more astrological videos and in the extendeds. So if you liked what you saw today, you like me, you like how I talk about astrology, maybe it hits you at a better place than some. If you like it, why not? Go ahead and see what my forecasts are astrologically through the signs, because I definitely go through the transits for each sign and I give you a forecast of what I think is going to be happening for you guys, and that's going to be in the extended. So that's a new thing I've added. I think it's worth it. I hope to see you guys over there. If you want to find out where that's at, please go to www.jks1111.com. And I'll see you guys, later. Lots of love. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the super chat of the $5. Natural Mystic. DV, Diana V. Vickers, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Bye, Transformation Queen. Appreciate you, girl. Bye, Boot. Bye, Markers, my love. You guys are awesome. Bye, Patrice. Boot, that definitely spot on. And sounds like a Libra. 100%. Damn. A Libra with some Leo. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the bonus. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.